This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Simple as that. That's the quote. Welcome to Perspective with the Bank. Today, I got a special guest. Angela Myammee Pitts. What's up, Queen?
Sir. Yes, sir. What's good, Bank?
How you feeling?
I'm good. Atlanta doing good today. Y'all ain't too hot. Y'all ain't too cold. Y'all ain't too yellow. What's the yellow?
You talking about the pilot?
Man, y'all ain't too yellow right now. It was raining earlier, so y'all good today.
But you coming from a hot city though, right?
I know, sticky.
That shit hot
and
all
it's
year
raining.
round.
It's been raining every day. Every day.
Oh, even by the beaches and stuff?
Even on the beaches.
Wow. So you say you moved from Florida to Georgia, then moved back to Florida.
Yes, so born and raised in Miami, went to FAMU. When I left FAMU, I came to Atlanta. After Atlanta, I went down to Miami, opened up a hair salon, and I've been there ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say how was you growing up in Miami though? How was it growing up in Miami?
Growing up in Miami was, the thing. We the best city in the world. That's number one.
Everybody gonna say that, man. They city will go ahead.
You see, I got the hat. You got your hat.
Yeah, for sure.
But I ain't gonna lie. We that. But
How though? Hold up. Let's start. How? Cause y'all got a beach?
No, cause we got us. We got us.
Okay.
We got our culture. We got everything. You know what I mean? From A to Z.
Nah, shouts out to Miami though. I love Miami.
And the beaches.
Yeah.
That's the people want to come there and vacate all the time. We the spot.
What part you grew up in? I know you didn't grow up on the beach.
Nah, I grew up across the bridge. So Liberty City, that's where I grew up at in the inner city of Miami.
How was it growing up there?
It wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either. Being from the inner city, a lot of things happen. Like for me, I was held up at gunpoint at 16, walking from the train station, got my chain snatched a couple of times. But the great thing about being raised in the inner city, you could go through anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of toxic stuff that we have to face and still have to deal with as we go, like trusting people and all that type of stuff. We deal with that heavy, but we could survive anywhere.
Facts.
And we could survive through anything. So
I think you just answered my next question. I'm finna ask you what's some stuff that you learned growing up in the inner city that you couldn't have learned if you grew up in the suburbs.
Man, it's so much.
Right.
Like for real, like even today being a woman, there's a lot of sex trafficking going on. You got to keep your surroundings. For me, you got to always know your surroundings. You got to act like people on your tail every day. You got to act like everybody affair. You got to act like people on you, stalking you, just to protect yourself. So that's just one avenue, but just never giving up, it's just the thing, you know what I mean?
You can't even explain it, right? Yeah.
I want to,
yeah.
because I need to explain it, but sometimes I can't. I find myself sometimes I can't really explain everything. I could write it out, but I just learned so much about just being
survival.
Thank you. Amen.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
That's what it gives you. It gives you survival mode, man.
It do.
In any situation, like I see some stuff that people be like, recently I was online, I seen a dude say he took his life behind some shit. I was like, for that? You know what I'm saying? It's like some people, we built different when we already done went through. I think some people that go through it early, it teaches you that none of this shit don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
It don't. Just the most simplest things we could deal with, we could work with, we could make everything just work out. We don't have to have it all. Yeah. We want it all, we strive to get it all, but we could still survive without it all. And I think being able to build that nothing to something is it just comes with so much positive, even though we do still have some negative, toxic things about ourselves being from the inner city. You know what I mean? But overall, I wouldn't change it.
Nah, fact.
I just appreciate God placing me in that.
What was your first dream, like the first thing you wanted to be? Like, I want to be this.
Okay, so Martin movie with Lynn Whitfield. He was she went crazy on him. You remember that movie?
Thin Line.
Thin Line.
Yeah.
And she was a realtor.
Yeah.
So I saw that, I was like, I want to be a realtor. You know what I mean? Like nobody I knew in the industry, like I didn't know nothing about no real estate agent. I knew it from the movies. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to be in. I'm one today, but that's what I wanted to be.
From the beginning. So you did it?
I did it.
Okay.
I did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's the next one?
The next movie?
the next thing you want to be after that, after you did that? And the next movie too. We can do the movie too.
I'm gonna put it together. So I'm gonna put two.
All right, cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna put two. One was loving basketball. I used to be a basketball player in high school. Okay. I got hurt, got injured. I couldn't do rehab, so I had to just get myself out of basketball.
You fine?
You gotta call my coaches. You hear me? But nah, I injured myself, man. I couldn't go to rehab, and I had to work with my mom. I had to have a job, so it was either go to work or go to rehab, and I couldn't do both. So I chose to continue to keep working. But anyway, Loving Basketball came out, and I just knew I was going to the WNBA. You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, all the girls back then, we all wanted to go to. It was fresh, it was new, it was brand new, and we all wanted to do that, but it didn't happen for me. And then as years go by, went to FAMU. I saw Vivica Fox and Tuka play that game, and
let's go.
I'm so real like that. I saw her when the movie opened, how she walked through the whole thing, how she had the man, like her house, her car. Like, I'm like, when I leave FAMU, I'm going to Atlanta, and I want to go work at a firm like that, and I want that house, I want that car, I want that whole lifestyle. I'm Vivica. I want the suits, and that didn't happen for me.
So it just took like small things to inspire you.
Yeah, because you're in the inner city, it's only so much you could pull from.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't have a big family either. So the people that I saw, my mom, I get into my mom, hopefully eventually, we'll talk about her, but my family wasn't big. Like, I didn't see nobody go striving through big things. I didn't see nobody be no entrepreneur, you know what I mean? So the movies was the thing.
How hard was it to be a dreamer, though? How hard was it to see certain things outside of the normal and want to be it?
You just had to have some type of hope that it gotta be that way. Ain't no way that you
this
could,
it.
This can't only be it.
Yeah.
It can't only be it.
Yeah.
And everybody don't get that whole revelation, you know what I mean? But for me, it hit me just seeing things outside of the city. The movies was a good one. Mm-hmm. Thank God for it. Mm-hmm. Some people say they don't like entertainment, but thank God for entertainment because it opened up my eyes to see other things. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just had, it gotta be something else. It can't just be this.
Did you ever catch that phase of going through the hype, like trying to do something outside of your character?
Let's talk about another movie. Let's talk about another movie. It's called Players Club.
Okay.
Shout out to Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
You know, my twin. But no, when Players Club came out, again, it was a time where everybody wanted to come to Atlanta and dance, right? That was the thing. When we get out of school, we finna be a dancer. You know what I mean? And yeah, I thought about it. The movie looked good until, you know, the end is the end. But it was a reality, especially in being from Miami. You know what I mean? That was the culture. You get a drug dealer boyfriend. You either go dance or... That was the things that we always saw that was like the popular things to do. Mm-hmm. That looked like it was the wealthiest things to do and be.
The
right?
way. That's
the way.
Yeah.
You know, so when you start seeing other things, again, the Vivica Fox woman, you be like, oh, it's other things. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What Lisa Ray name was on that movie?
Diamond.
So you just thought you would die when you saw her.
You couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me nothing. When she came out, like it's good to have representation for everybody, every skin color. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta find somebody who just gets you on a straight path. Whoever it is, just take it and go. And for me, she was one of them.
No, Diamond, not Lisa Ray, but Diamond she definitely had. In that movie, she had a good role. Like, you could tell she was focused still. She wasn't running.
All out. Yeah.
She wasn't running. She was Diamond, you know what I'm saying? So she was on her shit.
Hey, Ronnie had her little thing, too. You know what I mean? Her purpose. But, yeah, Diamond was, I ain't gonna lie, she had me question. I was like, it was a couple of us in high school. You know, we did.
Nah, I see, like, you really heavy into your book, right? Into the Bible.
Yeah, you know.
Have you always been like that, or did you have a shift? When did the shift happen?
It happened over the years. So, like I said, after I left Atlanta and I went back to Miami, opened up a hair salon. That was my first business as an entrepreneur. And brick and mortar, you got bills, you got overhead, you got everything. Mm-hmm. And I had to close it. I felt like a failure at that time. I felt like I just can't believe this happened to me. Like, I came back to the city to do this, and it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like my life is over. Like, and during that time of me losing my salon and closing my salon, and I actually sold it because it's still up today. Somebody else has it, but I'm not attached to it at all. But my decoration and everything I put in there, the build out is still there.
Your whole vision.
Color scheme, the whole vision is still there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they resold it or not, but anyway. So during that time, I just felt like I should have never came back to Miami. I should have stayed in Atlanta. I felt like I made all the wrong turns. I just felt, you just beating up. I beat up myself so much during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, God had found me. Up to that point, I knew God, I consider myself a Christian. I went down to the pew, got saved in 2007 right before I did Flavor of Love and VH1 and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But during that time is when I had a big shift. Like, I was walking out of my grandma. I was staying with my aunt, which was my grandma's house at the time, and walking down the street, sun just hit me, and I just had a encounter at that moment. Around that time, I had to readjust my focus. I had to start praying different. I had to open up the Bible and actually read it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 2013. So I consider myself rededicating my life to God in 2013. Okay. It was a switch for me.
Okay.
It didn't mean I was perfect either, because I had to.
Oh no, for sure.
Still live some life.
Yeah.
I was still drinking. I was still on some Ciroc. I was still margarita girl. You know what I mean? I was still in the clubs. I was still in South
it's a
Beach,
process.
Club Live. You know what I mean? I was still doing that even after my rededication, but my heart and my position of my heart had shifted.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I was always going to church, make sure I was watching church. Like, you could ask all my friends. Like, I was making sure I was a part of church. And staying a part of church for me was my thing. Everybody is different. Some people get baptized and they life change or begin after that. For me, I had to rededicate my life, keep going to church every Sunday, keep going and going, and to the point where he was like, I'm outside of church too. Mm-hmm. I'm at your house. Mm-hmm. I'm in your car. It don't matter. People gonna talk about you, that's fine, but continue to be here with me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
going back to when you say you lost your business, were you more mad about being embarrassed or not making the money? Both. Which one? One of them got to outweigh the other.
I ain't gonna lie to you, both. One, I could have did so much more with that money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I gutted out the whole thing. I have a whole series on my YouTube. It's still up. I gutted out the whole building, to the walls, to the ceiling. Put everything in there fresh, clean, everything new. I just ain't going there and put a chair or two there. I gutted out everything. The electrical panels, the plumbing, like everything. And I wanted something fresh for our city. Mm-hmm. I really wanted to do something different. At the time, was it different for the city? Yes. But I was mad it didn't work because I'm like, this is a lot of money. At that time, I was just talking to my sister, just talking about, we was driving over here, like, I could have bought real estate back then. I could have been good. You know what I mean? So that money part hit me. Mm-hmm. But then, I was embarrassed too. I'm like, my salon was called Myammee's Hair Spa. It wasn't just called salon. Mm-hmm. My name was attached to it. You know what I mean? So I was embarrassed. Like, dang, I didn't make this work in my own town, my own city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it hurts.
Nah, I know.
It hurt.
Did that test your faith a little bit and make you start doubting your decisions? And
I don't know if it started doubting my decisions. It started doubting me.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of me stripping my ego.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of me getting some of that Myammee off me. Because Myammee it's a whole thing. Mm-hmm. How we adopt that. And it's like crazy because we all adopt it. Mm-hmm. It's an arrogance. It's a lie, which is good because it protects us.
Oh, for sure.
But to a degree, you got to let some of that go. Your ego, your pride, some of that stuff got to go. So, my ego and my pride was tested heavy. And that's when God stripped me to the bare. I felt like nothing. I wasn't, I'm Myammee, da-da-da-da-da-da. That was gone. Girl, you a failure. Who are you? Matter of fact, let's do something else. I went into real estate at that time. I was done with trying to be out and about. So I had to get stripped to the bottom, man. The ego, pride had began to start shedding away. Yeah.
Do you feel like if that would have took off, it'd have put you in a worse position? You'd have been in a worse position because of your ego, and Like, just say, Vince, you went in there and that shit would have instant hit.
Yeah.
How you think your mindset would have been?
First of all, you couldn't tell me nothing back then. You could ask her. But it's better.
Yeah.
It's better. You know, but you could not tell me anything about me. You couldn't tell me that. Don't even give me advice.
Damn.
That's how, I was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly.
Yeah.
So if that would have took off how I thought, I wanted to have different locations. I wanted to have a few in Miami, a few in Broward. If it would have did my goals, what I had my plans, I don't know where I would have been. But I know I probably would have crashed out regardless somewhere. The business and the money was going to be there, but my soul, my spirit probably was going to be broken. I probably would have been depressed. You never know. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of still grateful how it did happen, because he had to tell me all the way down to the bare bones, like how I did this salon. You know what I mean? So.
Nah, that's dope. So besides checking your ego, and I'm pretty sure it humbled you a little bit too, right?
Humble pie. You hear me?
So what else did you get from that though?
From what, like, losing it?
From not even just from the process of gutting the building, all that you put in, because I'm pretty sure you put everything into it, right?
I put everything. I was a part of the whole. My contractor said I was the worst client he ever had, and it's on YouTube.
You telling everybody how to do their job. Everybody.
You don't know what you're doing.
But these folk professionals.
Look, I'm paying you money to do it how I want you to do it. Like I was, and I gotta be truthful. It's up there. You could go find it and watch it. You know what I mean? But I don't know what you had asked me, but you got me in the mindset of talking to them. Cause I used to be hot with them. Like, what you gonna tell me what you can't? Yeah, you could put my shampoo bowls right here, and I don't know why I want them floating in the middle of the floor. Man, we can't do it. No, you can. I'm gonna pay you, and you're gonna do it. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had asked you.
See what I mean? It's still, it's still there a little bit.
I'm just fucking with you. I had asked you, what else did you learn from just the whole experience that you move with today? Yeah.
So what I learned was always keep your hands in your business. Don't be afraid. As a woman, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself.
Okay.
A lot of people do their job, but make sure you are hands-on on your stuff. Never just sit back. This is like an accountant. You don't want an accountant just to be over your funds, everything, and just trust them a hunt, because we done heard so many stories about how, keep eyes on things. Trust the process, and just don't be afraid to stick up for yourself. Even though it was a prideful way to be, but I'm still happy that I spoke up for myself. I'm still happy that I fought for myself amongst a whole bunch of guys. A whole bunch of guys who was licensed to do what they were supposed to do. But I stood up for myself, and I got what I wanted in the end. You know what I mean? So it was good and bad I took away from it. But the majority of it, as a woman, don't be afraid to speak up.
Facts. Outside of like ego, pride, and telling these folks how to do their business, what's some things you had to let go when you actually did what you say when you was not reborn? What you called it?
Rededicate my life to God.
What's some things you had to let go?
Man, it's still sometimes I'm still struggling with want to say something, I ain't gonna say it, so it won't hurt somebody else's feelings. Sometimes that is still hard for me. It ain't that hard as it was back then.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point now. I'm like, God, I don't even want to think that way to even have the part to even say it. I'm not even there yet.
Yeah.
Some people say, just don't say nothing, but the thoughts be there, so you might as well say it.
Do you reject your thoughts sometimes?
Yeah, I have to always say, nah, Ange, you gotta chill out.
Yep.
Relax.
Me too.
You better chill.
Me too.
That ain't what you doing. That ain't who you are. You know what I mean? I know they just tried you, but you gotta put it back. I gotta be real. You know what I mean? So yeah, it be there, but I have to renew my mind, man, in the midst of it right there, not just daily like the words say we supposed to. Yeah. In the midst of it. Somebody say something, cut me off, whatever. All right.
Woosah.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nah, yeah. That's me too. I have to check myself. I talk to myself all day. You have
to. Because if you ain't, you just going to let it just fuel you and just going to let it take over.
Yeah.
And I can't let that take over. I got the spirit of God in me. I can't. So I have to do my best. And I don't hit it all the time, but I do my best to refrain from what I want to do all the time and what I should do.
What you think your purpose is?
Oh, that's good, Banks. I think my purpose right now in this season is to inspire people to keep God in their life despite them not feeling perfect.
Yeah.
Despite them feeling like they can't be goody enough for him. And show them how it is to walk it out and be real as a Christian and know that we still struggle. And that's okay. That's why we believe in Jesus. That's why when we believe, if we was to drop dead right now, I'm good, even though I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? So to know that and to spread that, my purpose is that. And I do that through my music. I do that through my friendships, my family. And whatever, I try to live and breathe that it's okay to be a Christian, to love God, to have God in you, within you, and still be a little hood at times. And your hood may be different, you know. So I have a song called Holy in the Hood.
Yeah.
You know, it means God is within me. And he's holy, perfect inside of this hood body of mine. But he's still in me, though. It could be worse.
Nah, facts.
But it ain't going to be worse because he in me. You know what I mean? So
What's the struggles of that, like trying to have positive music? It's because it's hip-hop, basically, right?
It's gospel. I call my music gospel hip-hop, gospel rap, but the genre is called Christian hip-hop.
Okay.
As a woman, yes, it's a little hard.
What's the struggles? Like, what you think
the struggles for me is I wear a dress. You know what I mean? I don't wear what some may want me to wear all the time, but I'm a woman. I'm a female.
Feminine female, yeah.
And I'm a grown woman.
Yeah.
At that, I was born in the 80s. You hear me? Like, I'm grown.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't tell me what I should or should not be when I know my God loves me right now as I am and who he created me to be.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's just a struggle sometimes just with the look alone. A female preaching in a dress is always something. It's too tight, it's too this, it's too that. It's always something. And that's one of the things. But I think our genre is getting there. Me coming out doing stuff like this, talking to different communities, not just the church, not just the Christians who know everything about Jesus. Try to talk to people who don't know everything about him, who may have heard about him, who may be struggling about him, who may have been hurt by him. Well, not hurt by him, but hurt in a way that they thought they shouldn't have been hurt by him. So yeah,
How you deal with them fake ass Christians though? You know how the motherfucker in the church.
Give me the definition of what a fake Christian is.
The motherfuckers in the churches always got something to say, but we could say this about you. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have people in the church that Evangelist Smith. Lord. She know everybody business. She's the most shit startingest Christian ever. But she don't have no accountability. But she
in everybody's
sneaking
business.
Around with sister.
She doing something she
Smith
ain't supposed
White.
to be doing either.
Yeah, exactly.
How I deal with that, man, honestly, I can't even deal with how people want to continue to portray away how we supposed to be.
Yeah.
They got to deal with that. Because when they get home, they feel some type of way. Trust me.
Yep.
They could be out here and feel big and bad, like, yeah, you doing this, and you shouldn't be doing this, but we know you got something going on.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got to be the Big 10. I always say it ain't got to be the Big 10, the Big 20, or the Big 50, or the Big 100. It's 613 things.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Real shit.
So you may not be doing these, but you're doing something else. So hopefully I try to tell people that should inspire you to give people grace. Everybody's time is different.
Mm-hmm.
We drop things different on different times. Some of us don't drop it at all until we die, until we get to heaven. That's when we ain't got nothing going on. You feel me? But me personally, when I see that, I just smirk and be like, your day coming too, because if somebody find out what you got going on, then what? And it happens all the time. That's why I want us to be more real. I want us to be more transparent. For me, I try to bring as much authentic, everything about myself. Being a new gospel artist, it's needed. People already know it's people who gonna fall. We see the stories. We done seen this. We done. Trust me, the world has seen a lot from the church. You know what I mean? So at this point, I just feel like for me, I didn't enter this space to continue doing what we have been doing, which is deceiving people as if we're perfect. I want to come in this thing authentic as possible and let you know, yes, I'm a Christian. Yes, I'm a gospel artist, just like this. But he's still working on me too, just like he's working on you.
I had a Pastor Rebranding on here. It's a hood pastor that walks around different people. I had him on a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And I asked him the same question. Did you ever find yourself trying to, like, please them with your music and stuff at first? Like,
please who?
Like the church.
Of course, because you thinking, I'm in gospel. The only music that I want to make is about God and Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about a shoe, a bag, or nothing.
Yeah.
I want to talk about God. I want to talk about my faith.
You
my
saying
journey.
at first?
Yeah, at first I'm thinking I'm gonna be accepted because my lyrics is faith-based. My lyrics is, you could read them and see that it's all full of faith and everything about God. Nah, it wasn't like that. It was like, who do you think you are? Coming up in here, calling yourself a gospel artist, the way you are and the way you look and where you come. You know what I mean? Because I know, for me, I struggle with where I'm from the inner city. We talk a little different.
Yeah.
My speech ain't perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in the Bible, it was Moses, it was even Paul in the Bible who didn't have the perfect speech, but God still called them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just because I don't sound perfectly and put my words together all bright and nice, God can still use whoever he want to use.
Facts.
When he want to use them.
Facts.
And how he want to use them.
So you saying it ain't no look to this?
It should not be a look as a Christian. No, and that's why I'm going to continue to push my agenda. I'm going to wear these dresses. I'm a continue to talk how I talk. I'm not going to water this down.
Oh, they be in there,
she ain't no real Christian. Look at her. Oh, my God. She's struggling with biting her tongue still. She ain't no real Christian. And look at you talking about me.
Yeah.
You got hate in you got jealousy in your heart.
Facts.
That ain't even Christian-like either. You're supposed to have love and grace like Jesus did.
So let's get down to this.
Let's get down to it. Let's go.
Let's talk about the Bible. They say in the Bible.
Oh, Lord.
No. I ain't read it, but
Lord,
I was
that's
raised
a good
up.
thing.
I raised. Oh, it is okay. I was raised up in the church.
Look, the girl just said the other day she got shot when she said what she said. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It's just a saying. Yeah. Oh Lord, it's just saying. Oh Lord, don't.
No. I'm finna still ask you though. I'm finna so in the beginning, God made heaven and earth, right? Did. And then the first person here was what?
A man, and he said, "Oh my God, I gotta make a woman after him because these men can't be here by themselves."
Okay, so we made the man. Where did the woman come from? Like, how did we make her?
From the rib.
Okay, so we made a woman from the rib.
Yeah.
So there's two people.
What you mean? There's two.
There's
people?
just two people on earth. First two. Me and my rib.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna put me back there. It's me and my rib.
Yep, you and your business.
How did the population become the population?
Okay, so today, you know how we have, now this part I'm gonna start saying is I don't want nobody taking no type of way. Hello, amen. You know, we have, I need y'all to follow me, okay? Don't take it personal. You know how you have Down syndrome today?
Okay.
You know how we have short people, small people.
Yep.
There's another word I don't think that's the right word to say.
Go ahead, keep going.
You know how we have albino people?
Yes.
You know how we have who else?
Just defective people.
People who not defective, but people who look differently from the majority.
Okay.
That comes out of ways how the DNA just happens. Like it just happens like you can have two people who look normal and have this child that is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally different. So I think this is this is the Myammee way. Miami history book. The University of Miami. This is what I think.
Help me. I'm trying to get some clarification. That's all I want.
So I think all the incest that had happened, it was black. First of all, it was black people. All the incest that had happened, because Adam and Eve was black. All the incest they were black. All the incest that had happened.
Melanin.
Come on now. It developed the Chinese race as like a.
Okay. Come on.
It developed the white Anglo-Saxon people. It developed the different types, including the ones I named earlier. It developed the people who are giants like Shaq. It developed the little short ones like Poppy them that we call in Miami. Like, you know what I mean? Like whoever. Yeah. It could be any race, not just Hispanic. Asians too are short. So I feel like all that incest had bred a lot of different things, and they were placed in different areas, and like we talk differently from a different type of America. Mm-hmm. Amen?
Yeah.
Okay. So they had their own little ways of talking, and they had their own little dialect, and that's how the world had happened in so many words, and that's what I got.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I did.
I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is,
it was a lot of incest.
So basically, that's what she's saying. She's saying, she answering it right. She's saying basically, we're all kin. We're all some kin.
And all us got God in us.
No, not God. All us got Adam and Eve in us.
God.
Hold.
And I'm going to stand on that one.
God, we all have God in us, true. But I'm talking about, what is it?
Yeah.
No, what's inside you? What you said earlier? Genetics?
Yeah.
DNA. So we all should have, how can they say that he's not the father? We all should have the same blood.
But who testing what to what degree? How far can you go? You're only going off of how far can you go back to say he's the father? Because what are you testing with? You're testing these two little people for this person. You're not testing. You feel me?
I got DNA for my sons, both of them, and they're mine.
Yeah.
99%. I'm saying, why can't I get a DNA for her son that I've never slept with, and it don't be mine? We all came from Adam and Eve.
You're right. But again, the people who have created that test ain't even that smart to go that back. However, they only have the technology, right? You feel me?
Okay.
They only got the technology to test a daddy and a mama to say this the child. You see what I mean? They don't have the technology. They getting the technology of trying to test your bloodline if you African and all of this. Now that part I don't really.
You talking about like ancestry?
I don't really know about all that. Because again, we're going off of who created the test.
So hold on, let me ask you this: when God created the heaven and the earth in the beginning, where was they at?
Huh?
Where was Adam and Eve at? Like, where were they? What part of the world were they?
They were in here when they came. They was in Africa, baby.
Okay, so they were somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
2 black people somewhere in Africa. 2 black people. But the animals was already here too, right?
Yeah, they came last.
The animals came last?
No.
The people came last.
Adam was last.
Okay. Listen what I'm tell you.
No, Adam went last. Wait.
Adam
when he
was
created the world, when he created everything, Adam came and he started naming everything. You know what I mean?
Naming animals and shit?
No, not Adam. Was it Moses?
Somebody.
No,
I don't know. I don't know the Bible.
Adam, look, you got me all
I don't know the Bible. I thought it was Father Abraham.
And listen, let me put my disclaimer, put a little disclaimer right here. At this very moment, at this very second, I can't tell you every little thing, but we're going to go from the beginning.
No. I know it's a lot of stuff. No, I don't think nobody could just, not even the most pastor person.
The basics, we should know the basics.
I'm just trying to get an understanding on how did this happen. It be throwing me off.
It just
like the stories, some of the stories don't be adding up.
I feel you. Okay, so the 2 people repopulated the world. That's it.
All right, we're gonna fast forward
that. We see today cousins sleeping with cousins on TikTok. They couldn't believe they were cousins. They out here having babies. It just happens. It happened.
Huh?
Exactly. That's how I feel when you asking me, huh? Like,
yeah, let's fast forward. You right. We're gonna fast forward. See, a lot of that stuff.
And I think people like to break down the Bible so to the T, to the legit, to
But
quick.
you have to.
I get it, but
you have to. I can't believe something that I gotta halfway believe.
It ain't about halfway in believing. It's about believing what you have heard so far. Yes, question things about whatever, but at some point you gotta just believe God did it.
I believe God. I believe in God.
Right.
100%. I'm talking about this book.
Okay.
I ain't talking about God exist. I'm talking about this book that we're going by.
I get that. And see, this is why I like you too, because this is why I wanted to be here. First of all, thank you for having me.
No, I appreciate you for coming.
Second of all, when you get passionate, this is how you talk, and I talk the same way.
Okay, let's get it. And I'm not getting loud and nothing. I'm just trying to understand.
I want you to continue being you because I get it.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So when I get like that, I want you to get it.
I ain't tripping. Let's get it. Go crazy, bro. Because guess what? That's the way I can hear it.
Exactly.
When you make me hear it, I'm going to hear it.
Exactly. So you get it. And that's all I'm saying. Okay. All right, so we're going to keep it going. All right,
what I'm saying is... What was I just saying, Joe?
I don't know. Something about God.
All right, listen, hold up.
Okay.
No, we all, everybody here believe in God. If you don't believe in God, please exit
the building. No, please stay and listen while you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're on here and you don't believe in God, please stay and listen. We're both saying that God... We wouldn't be nothing without God. Nobody. I agree that, but I'm talking about the story.
Yeah.
So we could believe something that we don't know who wrote it, but your baby dad can come in the house or your husband come in the house and tell you something, and cracking his story kills the whole story.
And I get, you're right. You're right.
Huh?
So tell me this.
He lying. So, but right. You can listen, you can read a million cracks and just be like, but this the Bible.
So tell me this real quick. Have you heard any miracles in your life that people that you know of, maybe they got hit by a car, got shot, got something, they still here?
For sure.
Tell me one of them.
Shit, I know niggas done got shot 17 times and car wreck, he got out and walked out, he wasn't no stretch. I done seen those stuff.
Did they tell you that, or were you there to witness them every step of the way of them?
Somebody with his pictures, this Instagram, all type of shit, like, boy, that nigga walked away. Mm-hmm. All this shit that I can't pull up is questionable. Who know them folks?
But listen, you just said it, right? You wasn't there to see every little detail. You just kind of put off of what everybody else done seen and told you about the person who got shot 17 times. Amen?
But he right here patched up. He bleeding like a motherfucker. This shit real.
I get it. In 20 years, somebody gonna be like, y'all remember that story Bank had said about the man who got shot 17 times, who done stayed alive? They'll be like, yeah, I believe Bank, because Bank said it, so that's that. But let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Bank said it, so it gotta be fact, because I know Bank ain't no flaw man like that. He wouldn't just be lying about somebody getting shot 17 times, staying alive. So we're gonna go off of what Bank said 50 years from now. Hey, y'all remember that story Bank had said? They don't know nothing about whoever this man that got shot 17 times. 100 years from now, hey, remember that man who got shot? Bank said, remember that old story? The man who got shot, man, you could survive. Like, you may be able to survive. It's the same thing in the Bible. God did not write this Bible. People.
That's good.
People wrote the Bible.
That's good.
They only capture the IG story enough to be able to transcend over time. They may not have the interview of the person. No, they may not have every detail of the sentence or the paragraph or they don't have everything, but what they did capture, it has stayed, and now we still reading it. When banks speak about the blessings and miracles that he has witnessed, your kids, your grandkids, your friends, whoever's got to believe what you say, not because you God, because they know for sure you ain't finna be no flaw on that. Like you ain't.
But how the hell we know if them folk were like me though? Who writing that shit? There could have been some fuck nigga write that book. We don't know nothing. Them the same motherfucker that said we supposed to be animals.
I feel you.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Back then, them folk felt like this skin. Hold on. You just sat there and said.
No, go ahead.
Those two people were black. Yeah. They never said that in that book.
But the people who wrote that book wasn't them writing it.
So how we gonna believe any of it?
Because the person who wrote the person who wrote Genesis was not Adam. You know that, right?
Okay, but okay.
The person who wrote Genesis that said God created the whatever was not Adam or Eve.
Okay.
The person who wrote that book was told from God that had happened.
God didn't tell them they were black?
I mean, that's besides the point of what I'm saying at this very second.
I'm saying, like,
right?
We gotta keep facts, though.
No, that is
Do
facts.
you believe facts or you believe fairy tales?
Do you believe what I'm telling you right now?
I believe what you're telling me, and it makes sense. And guess what? You gave me an aha moment with what you said earlier. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. Because it do stories and people put, and what I'm trying to tell you is, the man could have drunk some water and they say he walked on it. Because every story, bank could start a story today. Every time somebody tell it, they add something. That's just how it goes.
Well, the scriptures, the letters of the Bible goes back to, I mean, it's historians that do this. It's a real thing. It ain't just a bunch of people sitting on the couch talking about the Bible. Like, these are real historians who, it has been dated. People who wasn't a believer, who was atheists, done came over to Christianity because of their work in the facts that they have found with the scriptures and the letters. It's only so much you could pull from. Either you're gonna believe it or you ain't gonna believe it.
You know okay, I mean? That's fine. Go ahead.
But and it's okay to not believe it the second, because we all get there. But at some point, if you keep questioning everything, You ain't never gonna have the answer to nothing.
Oh, no, you're right. That's why we're on perspective. I just want to hear your perspective.
Yeah.
Maybe you may enlighten me.
Yeah, insane.
I'm gonna ask you one more question.
Think about something, how to speak on it a different way.
Okay.
You feel me? And I appreciate that.
All right. Before we got to America, if we was in Africa, they came and got.
Some of us was already here.
Okay, some of us already here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The religion that was before Christ, before Adam and Eve, before anything, before any book. What happened to those religions?
What happened to the people who could tell us that too?
They got them artifacts and shit. They pulling this shit up. These folk having way more proof in Africa and on these Egyptian walls and shit than I've seen over here.
Listen. You listening?
Hold on, you gotta respond to that first.
I'm about to.
Go ahead.
So I get you, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of us, again, people who have these jobs who are real artifact people. People who do the same Egyptian artifact finance also have done the same thing with these scriptures, and the people in it has all lined up.
Where that? I ain't seen nobody.
You probably have not seen
where
it
that?
yet.
Where about it? I'm finna Google. Where?
We gonna find it.
Yeah, we gonna find it. When we get out time, we gonna Google this shit.
There's plenty documentaries on this. There's plenty books on it. I know you love books. There's plenty books that talk about the Bible.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want to read about it. We're gonna get you books that talk about the Bible. You feel me? So
I read the Book of Mormon. You ever heard of that? So I'm saying that's like the Book of Mormon is like a nigga feel like, bro, they left me out the Bible. I got my story too.
You see what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So
it's like
all this shit been shiesty. We don't know what's going on.
We do. Listen, we do. We do know. I love it. I'm in my environment. So we understand it's a lot that has been left out the Bible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of my main things that I like to talk about that has been left out of the Bible was the lady when Jesus said, "Don't sin no more." Everybody drop that stone. If you have not sinned, I mean, if you have sinned, you could hit her. But if you have sinned, drop the stone. Wait, what I just said?
You said it.
Yeah, I said it right.
Yeah,
okay,
you
so
said
you know where you're going.
Go ahead, you got it.
Even at that moment, I still feel like we didn't hear more about her. Did she really not sin no more? I mean, none? Like, for real, for real.
Oh, you saying they were stopping her from getting stoned? He stopped her from getting stoned to death.
Yeah, but he told her, don't sin no more. I got you this time, but don't do it no more. And I'm going back to what you said about things being left out the Bible, right? For context purpose. I mean, the Bible could be this big if everything was still in it. You know what I mean? So the Bible is about this big, King James Version. You could get them as thick as probably this.
So they just left they folk.
No, it ain't about leaving things out.
They just let they folk write it.
It ain't about letting nobody write it. The people who wrote it already wrote it. It is done. It's different translations.
But who the fuck told them to leave these folk shit out then?
It ain't about who left what out. It's about
that's a choice.
What has happened and carried on through the years. It ain't that man's fault, whoever fault that certain things was not there and they didn't continue to keep bringing it along.
Let me ask you something. Okay, we're gonna get.
But the Bible is the Bible, and that's it, though.
But how did when they start?
I don't know nothing about nothing. It is what it is, and it is, and it is.
But why the hell they remixing it though?
It ain't remixing.
The New Testament. What? It's supposed to be one Bible. How the hell? What the hell? We know now some new shit going on. This something else that help?
Nah, it's breaking it down.
How?
Right? It's breaking it down.
Tell me, but
okay. So one of my, you will hand me my phone.
Cause it's just one Quran, right? They ain't got no new
Quran. I don't know about nobody.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying.
I don't know about.
All right, you had to wave me out too. All right, go ahead.
I don't know about none of that. So one of my favorite scriptures is Isaiah 43:2, right?
Okay.
So the New Living Translation, which is outside of the King, another little, what you just said, another little
remix.
It says, when you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. Now, that's like a broken down version compared to the King James.
Let me say this. That sounded great. Can I say this?
Let me say the King James one.
Go ahead.
And this is why we have different translations.
Okay.
When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. It ain't about the remix. It's about
marginalizing it.
It's about taking what you just heard and breaking it down even further.
Yeah, like
and there's so many more.
No, I get what you're saying. You saying,
and it helps you understand the words better.
Yeah,
it ain't about this is a brand new breed. Nah, it's the same thing. It's breaking it down. It's a synonym it's different synonyms for the same thing in so many words.
That makes sense.
It just helps you
that makes sense.
Hear it better, right? Because you heard the difference.
But what you just read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you read some other things? You've heard things that people said made you feel away like, that feel, because you done said things in this conversation that make me feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to me, the Bible sounds like a lot of good poets.
Man,
that's saying some shit that we can live by. Because it's books that we can just live. I'm just keeping it real with you.
It's some raunchy, grangy, nasty stuff in the Bible too.
Yeah.
It's some cut your hands and feet off.
Yeah.
And pluck your eye out while you at it. You know, it's a lot of that in there too. It ain't
when they let you do that? What part that is?
We're not going there with you.
I said, what that is?
Listen, it's a lot of that in there as well. You know what I mean? It's a prostitute who helped people flee, and she got blessed by it. And that's why I always say, don't judge nobody because God can use whoever.
Somebody else told me that. Okay, somebody told me that too. Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
I heard that before.
That's why when I see anything, I ain't judging nothing because I know how God, like right now, people are saying, female rap and hip hop is at its worst. Like, we need more options. We need to do A, B, C, and D. It's like, you don't know how God using whoever. You can name any woman right now in regular hip hop. You don't know how God is using that woman. You don't know if she has saved somebody's life. You don't know how, and the lyrics may be a little whatever too much for whoever. You don't know how God is using her. And then what I believe about my God, tomorrow, in 10 seconds, he can change her heart. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the day, she don't want to talk about it no more. She want to talk about something else. So I believe in that. So when people say, with female hip hop is just this, that, and the third, you don't know. They are saving people financially in jobs. They're saving people temporarily now until God want to take them in a different direction. People may save somebody's life today. They don't want to work. They want to give up on life. That one song that may say something about butt or whatever the body parts can get them to the next day until God take them through something else with somebody else. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So God can use everyone at any given moment.
I believe that.
And that's it.
I believe that.
So.
But
let's go. That's what I'm here for the but. Let's go.
But I get that what you said. And that's correct. You're correct.
Mm-hmm. He using you.
Yeah.
He using me. He using whoever. Yeah. Everybody here being used.
I'm just speaking on the book.
You back to this book.
I'm back on all the books. Like, not even just the Bible. Because I don't want people to think like I'm against I'm not against nothing.
Tell me one of your favorite books you just like, dang, that was a dope book. I love that book.
Four Agreements.
Four Agreements.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it just breaks it down to me. It just it tell me about me. It tells me what I'm doing, and then what I'm doing and how they explain to me, bro, that's wrong. Like making assumptions. Like you just creating a hell for yourself.
That sound like he plagiarized the Bible. Or she. Whoever wrote it.
Or the Bible could have already knocked these folks shit off. You never know. No. Like somebody could have been wrote the Four Agreements.
Nah.
Listen what I'm saying.
But that was my butt to what
all
you
of
said,
it,
right?
But all of it, everything's listen. The Bible got some amazing stories.
But why you don't question that person who wrote that book? Why you don't say, how you know?
I'm not saying.
How you know that's me? How you know that's my identity? How you know I'm supposed to be like this?
Let me say this. Let me say this to you. No shape, form, or fashion. I'm not telling you can't learn a whole lifestyle in the Bible. But it's like eating a steak. You're going to eat the meat and spit out the bone and the fat, right?
Yeah, definitely the fat.
So if it's something that's pure, why is there bone and fat in it? That's all I'm saying.
What's the bone and fat?
Shit that don't add up. It's a lot. So you can't tell me you ain't read the Bible like, huh?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying something that puts you on your path. To me, it shouldn't be nothing in there that makes me question it.
This whole life don't add up. Me living the way I live don't add up. Me having a mother who got HIV, who had birthed my twin brothers, and they not here no more because of one man decided to have sex with her. He didn't think he would give her HIV. That don't add up to me. She loved God. She was a believer. But guess what she at? With him. Guess what her daughter at? Right here talking to you about it. It all add up for good. It all. So none of this stuff in this world don't make sense about half of the stuff just don't make sense. When I was born, it don't make sense that her and my dad broke up literally a year and a half. Like, why didn't they work out?
Let me ask you something.
You feel me?
Do your instincts make sense though? Do your gut make sense?
My gut,
so something
my
makes
spirit
sense.
Makes sense.
All right, something makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. But the Bible just makes sense, Banks.
So if I read something that I don't feel with my gut, that don't make sense. Hold up.
Just because you read it one time.
No, if I continuously to hear certain things that makes me question or second guess, that don't make sense to my gut.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Say what you want to say.
It may be because you're not there yet. Because a lot of times when people read the Bible, the first few times they don't get it, they don't understand. But when God put it in your spirit to be there at that moment, then everything starts.
Listen.
So this is my prayer for you.
Thank you.
Right?
Give it to me.
That you continue to seek, and that's fine. You're seeking. You're trying to understand God, why this, that, and the third. I just pray that one day.
Not God. I'm talking about the Bible only. Like, we're going to take God out of it. I'm not questioning God. I know what God put me at. God works. I pray every day.
But God is the Bible.
So who said that?
He said it.
Oh, all right. So all right. Let me ask you something.
His word is life.
So is the people that look at, let me just please, before you answer, just answer.
We here. Let's
go. Do you believe people that don't read Bibles? They study the Quran. They study all these other countries and stuff. They're different books and candles and flowers. Do you think they're less blessed than Christians?
I don't know about you less blessed, but I don't know where they're gonna go.
Oh my God. That's cold. So you think it's just one way? That's a question.
Here's what I'm here to say.
Please.
I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. It's only one way or no way.
I can dig that because of what he's done for you.
That's my belief.
Because of what they've
I can't say who, and I'm going to stand 10, 12, 15, 30 toes on that one. Okay. Right here in front of everybody.
Nah, that's real.
Bring up 1999 me. You feel me to say this one. Listen. Baby.
Yeah.
You don't believe in Jesus? I don't know what to say. I respect anybody's religion. I have friends who are atheists.
That's something different.
And because
atheist is something different. That means you don't believe in God.
But it doesn't really matter because this is my belief.
Go ahead.
Everything that ain't Jesus.
This is your perspective, right?
You see the flowers and stuff. But yeah, that's my belief. Now, will I treat them as such here? No, I'm a show them love. I'm gonna show them just as much grace. I'm gonna show them that they still got God in them, and hopefully one day they believe that the only way to God is to believe His Son. I'm still stand on that. I'm not gonna sit here and not stand on that. But I will.
Y'all Christian really be gang banging on other religions.
But I won't.
Y'all be slick gang banging on other religions, man. That fucked up. Cause all the rest of the religions be like, we accept all religion. Y'all be like, boy, it's Jesus and then, man. We dead. Look, 1990, it's Jesus.
You feel me? And I'm stand on that one. I'm sorry. I'm standing on that.
Yeah. Not even sorry.
I believe what I read.
Real shit.
I said it in my lyrics, like, I believe what I read. Like, that's it. Like, it ain't nothing that can, I don't care what has happened. Like I done told you, I have had a lot of crazy stuff. And it's so crazy because this one right here who with me, she already, back then she used to say, I'm so mad with God because He put you through too much. She just say it all the time. Amen. Yeah or no? Why He got to keep putting you through this, that, and that? It ain't just losing my mom and my twin brothers to HIV. It ain't just that. It's losing a lot of my family. It's going through a lot of stuff in my life. Mm-hmm. It's never having a life of just always ease what my spirit is. Mm-hmm. I used to tell her that in the midst of it, Jen, everything gonna be good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's happening like this, but I trust Him. It has to work out for good. And if that's just my belief to get me to the end, it is what it is. That's how I get my peace. Knowing that He got it in control. You feel me? I ain't got time to be out here questioning I gotta have peace, man. I'm gonna believe in what he said. He said you can't even come to me. Jesus not even finna vouch for you when you come up here if you don't know about him. So
You said what?
He not even finna vouch for you if you don't know about him.
Jesus. So Jesus the only way to get to heaven.
What? He right there. What's up, Angela? You did good as you was Myammee too.
So just fuck everybody else. He ain't forgiving no more. Like, y'all nigga didn't fuck with me. He gonna be one of them kind of niggas.
Hey, that's the reality of
That's
hell.
fucked up, bro. That's what you believe. But I'm a forgiving person. What if this person lived their life at everything that he did, they just didn't recognize Jesus? What if he lived his life exactly how Jesus would want you to live, but I just didn't?
But why didn't he just want to believe?
What if I don't know nothing about no Jesus? I'm gonna stay in a whole nother country. I ain't heard that.
And
they don't teach that over here.
There's nothing wrong with that. Even that was good, used for good too. Even that person still was used for good in this world.
So can he get to heaven? Or Jesus ain't fucking with him? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I said what I had to say.
If I'm in a whole nother country, bro, the Bible ain't even over here. We know something.
But other countries do acknowledge that Jesus did exist. A lot of countries right now.
Everybody knows Jesus exists.
But this is a big mission. This is a big mission happening right now across seas.
So he's stopping niggas everywhere from getting into heaven. So hold on, let me ask you this. So
you remind me about my cousins and my uncles and my come on, man.
If I'm from goddamn Poland, I'm from all the way over here. We ain't never heard about, we don't even speak this language. We don't know nothing about Jesus. We don't know nothing about this.
Yeah.
But I live good. I live by the same morals, whatever the name of it is over here.
Yeah.
I live by that. You saying we get to heaven.
If they don't know nothing about, they never heard about Jesus, they never know nothing about Jesus, do I think God can be sovereign with them? He possibly can. I don't have the answer to that. I truly don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, that's a good one though. That's a good one though. That's what I'm trying to see, like how they be blessed.
But that's my heart though. That's my heart.
I respect that though.
I pray that.
Nah.
Just the same thing with a child. Like my brothers, they didn't have to say Jesus is my Lord and Savior. They died. It wasn't their fault. They was born with HIV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me because they didn't receive God, receive Jesus as
that's
their
what
Lord
I'm.
and
See,
Savior?
now you answering my question. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You asking my question. You asking yourself my question.
Right, because they didn't know of him. Now, if you're behind, and you've been questioning him your whole life, you just
saying
don't wanna,
if you forsake him.
Look, I don't know what to tell you.
That's what you saying.
I don't know what to tell you. I just know where I'm going. I'm going to hope and pray you'll go and you'll be up there with us too and all the things. But for those who don't know, I pray that God sees and knows that. Just like he knows babies who have not been born, people who have miscarriages, those babies, those souls. You know what I mean? Babies who are 5 days old, banks and they ain't here. You know what I mean? So I believe that too. So if it's a place in Poland who don't know nothing about Jesus or who's us or whoever, do I think he should have some grace? I pray he does.
All right, let me ask you this.
And
I asked somebody else
people.
this. I think I asked D1 somebody this. Okay. Jesus came after a lot of people had already been here, right? Mm-hmm. And God sent Jesus here for what reason? Let's just get to
save him.
Okay, to save him.
To save him, to know your behind is so imperfect. Not saying God said, oh man, I made a mistake with these people. I don't create it. Not that. But he basically said, dang, they really can't get it right. They really can't abide and stop sacrificing these animals every year. They always fall to something. They just can't. Let me see why they do it. Let me see why they can't obey. I'm going to be sent through a body. I am Jesus. He is me. Let me see if I could get tempted. He saw through Jesus, you could get tempted. He saw through Jesus, you're going to have tears. You're going to be fearful. You're going to feel pain. He saw as a human, not the creator, because you're a dad, right? Mm-hmm. You could see from a dad's view, like, yeah, I want my kids to be da-da-da-da. But until you really experience what they feel on a day-to-day basis from school, from bullying, from whatever, you really don't know. So Jesus, he had to come through his son to experience why we couldn't get it together. Then when he realized, dang, I see why they can't get, let me sacrifice myself. There's no more lamb killings. There's no more annual killing of nothing no more. I'm gonna do it on my son. My son, he's down with it. We own it. We're gonna get it done, and that's it. So you're gonna mess up tomorrow. You're gonna mess. I'm going to mess up next week. I may mess up at the end of this podcast. But I thank God for Jesus. Because no matter how much I'm going to mess up, even from now moving forward, even though I am a gospel artist, I am a Christian, I'm going to mess up. But I thank God that he realized that I would. Not that it's a pass for me to mess up, but he understands that I will mess up in any way. And he forgives me every time just because I believe that his son did it. It's the easiest, man, that's the easiest thing to live on earth, to just believe. So you rather just risk it all. Just enjoy this little bit of life we have here, because this life could be gone tomorrow. We all can leave here. We could not even leave here today. This building will collapse. Well, let me not say that. You know what I mean? We don't know. But I know at the end of the day, no matter what I've done today or tomorrow, when I leave here, I pray to see something way better than this place, because half of the time I be like, this, I'm living in hell.
I'd be playing devil advocate a lot.
And I love
you know what
that.
I'm saying?
That's
so
what
I be
this whole show is
saying
about.
shit that just talk shit that change perspectives and make people be like, damn. And it be sounding crazy what I be saying, but
it help people dive deep too.
Could that story be the same story like Santa Claus, but they never not saying Santa Claus ain't coming?
What you mean?
When we first was kids,
I mean, what you said sound good. I'm trying to get it. Like,
when we first were kids, they told us a story about Santa Claus. I really thought it was a Santa Claus.
Same.
So until we got old enough and the gig is up, my cousin, the big cousin, but ain't no motherfucking Santa Claus. My grandma know, I'm buying that shit. Ain't no Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Imagine if no one would have never exposed that there's no Santa Claus.
Well, ain't nobody giving me peace when hell is around me.
But could peace be within you?
Because he's within me.
Thank you. I'm talking about the Jesus story. I'm talking about like how Jesus, because who were we praying to before Jesus? Like the people that wanted to live right and we knew about the Bible. Okay, so.
But you got to think about it. Jesus not separate. It's not like a separate God we praying to. Jesus is God.
He's
yes.
Oh, I ain't know that part. I thought it was God, Jesus,
and the Holy Spirit.
Ghost. Yeah.
It's all one, baby. It is all one. And it's separate. It is separate to tell the differences in different ways to explain.
I ain't never heard that though. You know, that makes sense. You saying
it's one.
Because earlier you said God came as his son in a human form.
Yeah.
Basically.
To experience why we keep messing up.
So why we
ain't perfect.
So when he seen we ain't perfect, what happened then? What he just said? Like,
well, he been already knew, because it was in the Bible that he been knew that it was gonna time for him to be the only one sacrifice to end it all. He been knew that, but this was his moment in time to come and really live it out, to bring through the scriptures. This is a time to say, I see why my people just whack. I see why they just imperfect. Yeah, whack. Because some days I am whack. Some days I'm not my best self. Some days I say, God, oh God, you sure you want to keep using me? You know what I mean? So some days it is like that, but the majority of days it ain't. But some days it is like that. So he had to come through his son to experience that life. He can't be God just coming in here like, yeah, I'm God, I'm a body. Like, what's good, y'all? Let me see how this.
That would make people believe though.
Nah,
if
man.
I show up doing shit, but y'all know this ain't no nigga doing this. I'm him.
They couldn't even believe Jesus came from Mary without another man.
I don't believe that.
So you want God to just appear? Exactly. So you want God to just appear out of the
I don't believe Jesus. I mean, Mary just. I'm just saying I don't believe it, because I done seen women swore to God that was a nigga baby or some shit. I done seen so much shit.
Same.
Like,
I've seen
this shit is crazy. Like, if Mary, and I've said this over and over again, just imagine if Mary was my wife, Chantel, of 30 years, and I know I got a vasectomy, and she know I got a vasectomy, and she gets pregnant, but there's no way for her to abort the baby, whatever. She's gonna say that's Jesus inside of her.
But nah,
she's not gonna say shit else.
Look, but
she's gonna say this Jesus.
He knew for a fact that he couldn't use none of us, you and whoever, to be a part of that. It had to be that.
So Joseph, they say Joseph kind of mad about this shit. Like, hell nah.
Who wouldn't be? Again, we have to make sure, the Bible had to make sure they still bring out real true emotions of what did happen. Everybody just wasn't all cool and dandy with it. Everybody didn't even like Jesus. You know that.
Yeah.
They didn't even vibe with him. They was like, bring the worst criminal out. Let's exchange the worst criminal for Jesus. Let him go out and hang. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's again, man. It's going back to your original question. I pray that God has grace for those who don't know Him at all, never heard of His name at all. They don't even know it's a J, and hopefully He say, okay, at least they know that there's a God, that I am Him. But
that's what I hope. I'm glad you said that. I hope that people who believe in God still can go to heaven without believing the story of Jesus. And again, I really hope that, because
I just hope people understand who do know Jesus only came to save you. So that you don't. So you ain't out here working hard because you think you got to stop smoking, drinking, cussing, sexing, lying, scheming, all of this stuff. To think you're gonna go into heaven.
I don't think that.
You know what I mean?
Thank
But
God
some people
fuck with
do.
me, though.
No, but some people do. Some people honestly think they could do all of these check marks, and because of these check marks, these rules, that they're going to heaven.
That's fake to me. I feel like it's your heart, it's your intentions on the world, it's the things that you put out.
And this is why Jesus came, so we can focus on that.
Okay, yeah.
It ain't about the check marks gonna come, because as you continue to grow as a Christian, it's just some things you just ain't gonna want to do. Mm-hmm. Some things you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good on that. Not because you believe in Jesus and God, just because He has changed you from the inside. It's just some desires you just ain't gonna want no more.
Last question about the Bible.
Last question about the Bible.
No, last question. We probably gonna come back to it, but last question about the Bible.
I'm enjoying this, man.
Do you think we're living in Revelation though?
I think we've been living in Revelations. I think God timing and our timing is way off. Okay. We may be in the last second. To Him, His timing and our timing is totally different. You know what I mean? So I think we've been in it. It could be at any given moment. And I hope if it's today, by the end of this pod, you believe, so we could be out there talking about, perspectives with
I'm
God.
coming regardless. I'm gonna be standing over there like, boy, it took you so long. Boy,
I just want people to just
we
say,
smoking
man,
over here in this part of heaven. These folk fucking with us, man. Hey, that shit you thought what look at our feet over here too. We gonna be posted up.
Even that helps a lot of people with many diseases. You know what I mean? So it's again, it's all about the posture of your heart and why you do certain things and this and that. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you one more thing.
I'm good on that.
So when God, like when the earth destroyed, Jesus already had them been here, right? Am I tripping?
Earth what?
You remember the flood, whatever, the 40-day Noah's Ark and all that?
Jesus was not here yet.
He wasn't. That was the first testament.
Yeah, that was before the second testament.
So Adam and Eve had already been gone. They gone.
Oh, they was been gone.
So how many people were saved in the flood? How many people saved in the flood?
How many people? Because you don't read enough. How many people you wanted to be saved in the flood?
I'm asking. So we've started over again. We'll kill all these folks. And we started over with 2 more?
Yeah, because God said
get the fuck out of here, man.
Listen.
I'm listening.
It is what it is.
Okay.
You hear me? If I had a podcast, it is what it is. You heard what he said. But so yeah, they started everything over. Let's go. I'm standing on that. We started everything over.
Yeah, okay.
God did that.
He did that shit.
He did that.
Nah, he can't do it though, boy, because he done brought me through some shit that I was like, boy.
Let's talk about it.
Let me piss right quick, y'all. We can pause. You good, right?
I'm good. Are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm having a good time.
I'll fuck with you. All right, let's shift back to Myammee, man. And we gonna start off with a service. I see your shit when they got the pulpit out the car. Now, you started modeling for a while too, right? Modeling, acting.
Well, I modeling. I don't know about modeling. I did music videos in college, and then it led me up to Flavor of Love, VH1, season 2, I Love Money and stuff like that. But yeah.
How fast did you grow out of that type of shit? Like trying to do
it took time because literally after I left FAMU, I came here in Atlanta, worked at Hooters on Peachtree Street. I was there probably like 4 months. Then I got approached to do the show. Flavor of Love show. Did that. Did I Love Money. It was just years. Then I was like cover on Black Men's Magazine too 1 year. You know what I mean? It was like a double thing with me and Hoops. It was just like it took time. it wasn't like nothing that was cut from me. You know, I still had used the name with my hair salon, like I told you about. And still using the name today just to show people how far God can bring you. He can have you doing all that stuff and still say, hey, right now I need you right now at this time. You gonna do it for me? It's either yes or no, you know?
So would you would have dated Flav for real? That's a show. I mean, that's
On the
a
show,
question.
yeah.
No, I'm saying like if you the one.
I think off cameras he's a different person.
Like what?
Like he's not like, you know what I mean? Like,
He ain't Flav. Yeah, he regular.
He was more laid back when the cameras weren't rolling.
Cool.
So, but would I date him? No. You know? No, he was just too old for me.
So why the hell you go on the full show then playing?
Listen. Back then, you. First of all, I wasn't looking to go on the show. Let me just make sure.
No, I'm just saying why you go on there.
I went on.
It was a check too,
something
right?
to do.
It was a check.
Something to do.
Yeah, it was a check
something
too.
to do.
Yeah.
And I was myself still, even back then. I ain't just fall and do any old thing either.
Yeah.
For nothing. You know what I mean?
So the experience was pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Taught a lot about myself. I got to use the name to bring awareness around HIV. I got to still use the name today to talk about God and gospel hip hop, and people be like, "Oh man, you was from the show. I can't believe you." You know what I mean? So it gives me at least a few seconds to have somebody listen to what I got to say. So that has worked together for good too now.
Nah, for sure.
So
you just use it like a springboard basically.
real quick, like everybody got something about their testimony, right? They continue to use. I just couldn't help that was part of mine. It's part of my journey. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, no, I wasn't. Like, no, it was part of my journey, and it is what it is. I did what I was on TV to do. I was still myself. I am happy about how I portrayed myself on TV at the time when I was younger. You know what I mean? So, I have no regrets about it. I'll do it all over again if I had to, because I see where I'm at today, and it was needed to be here today. So,
do you have any regrets though?
I don't really have like major regrets like that. The only thing I wish I can do over, not really a regret, is to be with my mom in the hospital longer. I wasn't there with her every single day like I wish I was there. Some days I just couldn't see her in that hospital like that.
Yeah.
So some days when she left, I was beating myself up a lot about, you should have went to the hospital more. You should have stayed the night. You should have never left that hospital bed. You should have became a resident of that hospital in there with her. And I didn't.
Let me ask you a question. No, back to rewind a little bit.
Okay.
So you think your mama up there with God,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
There.
So let me ask
There.
you something. For sure, right? You 100%.
1,000.
And you know your mama always loved, protected you, and all that, right?
Yeah.
So you think she probably got a relationship with God too? She had that type of.
Oh yeah, she took us. You know, she took me to church sometimes here and there. I seen her.
I'm talking about why she there, though. Why she up there? She probably got them.
Oh yeah, how mama? You think I was a little something? Oh, she was bolder than me. She was that. So I know she probably like, hey Jesus, make sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that's her.
So
I know her spirit is probably doing that. Yes.
Do you feel as though you can have a conversation with your mama from right now and tell her to tell God something?
I don't think I could tell her to tell God something. I could just tell God myself. But do I think she'll probably tell him something? Yeah.
See, that's what I always thought. I thought it was Jesus relaying the message to God.
Nah.
That's what I thought. You saying Jesus is God.
Jesus is God, but God basically sees us through his son, right? If you believe him, he sees his son. He sees the sacrifice. He sees the blood that he shed. So when he look at me, he don't look at, oh, that's the girl who whatever. That's the one who had the pride and all that. He say, dang, that's my son too. Like, that's my blood. That's my flesh. Like, that's my child.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, once we all get back to heaven, right?
Yeah.
We up there with God now.
Yeah.
Like, he my boy.
Yeah.
So you think Jesus will go harder for you to God than your mama?
Yeah.
For real?
That's how much. Yes.
Oh my God, not me. I don't
Like-
think nobody in the world will go hard for me. My
like
grandma.
that's
My
the
grandma will
same-
go up there. She gonna go up there and tell, hey, bruh, we up here doing all this chilling. My grandson needs
Nah,
you.
I feel you, and I get you, but how I really truly believe, like, and then some days I feel like she's so in bliss, she not even stressed about what I got going on anyway.
What's that mean? Like chilling?
It's like she
Chilling.
in the greatest place ever created.
Nah. Nah, I ain't gonna go for that. So you saying, listen, once I get there, I become an angel for you.
Yeah, but are you rocking harder than what Jesus doing for me and the Spirit of God is doing for me? You my mama, and she already know what I'm finna say, because she could hear it right now in my heart. No, she not rocking harder than Jesus is rocking for me.
I don't know about that.
And I always say, I said this before, I love my mama. I tell people who still have their mama to cherish their mamas. But how much I trust and love God, not even my mama comes over. You feel me?
I feel you now.
And they ask me all the time, like, would you bring your mama back on this earth? No.
Give me some napkins, Court.
Nah, why?
Why not?
Why? To override what he wanted to happen and allowed to happen? No. That's how much I love my Lord. That my mom could stay where she at with him. Cause this world is it ain't pretty how we think it is. Have a few little dollars, have a few little this, and the rest of this world ain't always great. So I don't even want her here half of the time to experience what we experiencing on this earth. All my grandmas ain't here. My granddaddies, my blood granddaddies, they not here. Uncles, another aunt, a lot of my family is gone. And I want them to stay exactly where they at, because this place ain't that. It's that. It ain't for me to just want to just jump off a bridge or nothing like that, but to have them leave that presence, like what I strive to go for, what I strive and hope all of us go to have them come back here for my selfish gain to say, be here by my side. Oh, I got to go to work today, Mom, so stay in the house like a dog until I get back home. I don't want her to come back to this and wait for me to come home like she's a dog, because I still got to work. I still got to provide for myself. So when I bring her back, then what we going to do? I still got to work. Is she coming back with millions and billions of dollars too, or no? Because if she just coming back just to be back with me, to talk to me, she got to know the same faith she was telling God all the time, take care of my daughter when I leave, because she knew her time was coming. She had HIV. She knew her time was coming. And back then, it wasn't a lot of studies as it is today. So she knew her time was coming. So, no, I believe Jesus. I believe the Spirit. I believe God is sending angels like my mom and many hundreds of others to continue to protect me. They are getting orders from him. But yeah, in my heart, I pray that she is telling him some stuff. But because he knows me, he created me, he already know everything about me anyway. You feel me? So she don't have to tell him too much of nothing. He chose her to be my mama anyway. Think about that. He chose her and my dad to come together just to have me. So why do I need my mom to tell God something when God is the one who created me, her, and everything about it?
Nah. He created Jesus too, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What the difference?
We gonna have a long convo about Jesus and how I don't want you thinking this is separate. He's not separate. He is it. He saved you, man. Like he saved you. He saved you from wrath, from being part of the flood, being too standing. He could come down here and just fire you out of here, just flame you out of here.
Man, that shit, everybody.
But he has done it before. That's what I'm saying is Jesus has saved us from that. As soon as we believe, we don't have to worry about always trying to work so hard to be great in God's eyes. Even out here being good, Banks. What's wrong?
I feel good, but
what's wrong?
I'm just
You scratching your head moving.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, you said people who do good, who have good hearts, if they don't believe in Jesus, they should go. What are the good things? Give me some good things you're thinking.
I'm saying anything like what Jesus would want.
Just give me one
like
or two.
Kind.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Love. You got love in your heart. You don't really ridicule people. I feel as though you don't look down on nobody, because I don't look down on nobody. I can see a person.
But why don't you want to look down on people?
Why don't I? Because I've been down now, and I know how I feel to be down now.
Okay, well that's good, because some people would be like, no, because I don't want to upset God. But
Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with God.
Right, because it's in you.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's how it
and
should
I've been
be.
like that, so I know it don't take nothing but a spark, a conversation, or anything. It just take like seeing somebody can see something that you don't see in yourself at the time.
Yeah.
That's all it takes sometimes.
And that's what it is. I thought you was gonna say the opposite. Well, I didn't think you was gonna say it, but a lot of people would say that. Nah, I want to be kind. I want to be good. I want to do good. I want to do real good so that God can see that I'm good, so He can accept me.
Nah.
But a lot of people think like that, and that's why I keep saying over and over. That's what Jesus came to, so you could remove that.
Yeah.
Because it ain't you. You could be goody holy roller. That still don't mean nothing if you still don't believe that Jesus allowed you to be able to do that by believing in Him and looking good.
That don't make sense.
And that's fine.
I'm just sorry. I'm sorry because at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. You telling me if I live to God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit standards without acknowledgement,
without acknowledgement that God is God,
I'm gonna go to hell.
And that God is the one that makes you look so kind and so perfect and so Jesus standard. It is not even you. It is Him living in you to make you do that.
But I'm saying I believe in God.
It is Him.
I believe in God, but I'm saying like the fairy tales, some of the fairy tale stories, I just don't believe.
And that's okay.
I ain't gonna say I don't believe. I question it. Anything I question, if you was on a jury right now, you got to prove within a reasonable doubt.
And that's okay, man.
I don't like doubting it. I couldn't even be in this room if I doubted anybody in this room.
And I feel you on that.
I just can't, like, doubt just eats at me. It just eats at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so questioning and
that's okay.
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Said, it's okay.
Because I want you. I'm sorry. I want you to say something to me, but make me be like, because I ain't closed-minded to nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking questions, because I want you to bing like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I ain't heard it yet.
And maybe I don't have it today in this time that we have.
Yeah.
You feel me? Maybe it ain't just this one time today that something could come out. I don't know. It ain't. Sometimes God just don't work right there in that second, because in that time we all got things we praying about we haven't seen yet, right? But I do pray that one day you do get the beam, even if it does not come from me right now.
But I feel like I got it though. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I got it. I'm saying I feel like I got it for what's going on with my life. And like I've never been like, I know God had to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know this. I know this ain't me. I know the person that I am, the person that I'm striving to be, even my mindset, even the shit that I reject, even the energy that I can't even endure. This ain't me. This God doing this.
When did that shift happen for you?
2020. 2019.
Like, what is it? Was
I
it
don't
one
know.
thing or a series? It just, you woke up one day and it was just like that.
Nah, I just was shit. Just a lot of shit. Like you said, just a lot of shit going on. Yep, a lot of shit going on. Fallouts with friends and family members, and just a bunch of disagreement, just a bunch of chaos. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it just had me time to sit back. Then the pandemic hit. So everybody in the house. Now I got time to sit back and just sit with myself and see who I am.
Yeah.
And I ain't like that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't even, fix that. Start, you know what I'm saying, maneuvering that. And I had just started the podcast, and I was getting out. I was speaking a lot, talking a lot, getting out a lot of shit I had been holding in. Just letting that shit flow, Start walking, and just everything just happened on its own. Yeah. And that's God. That ain't me. I didn't choose it. You know what I'm saying? I went through it to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not questioning that, but when I go try to enlighten myself on the things that like you don't and my other friends know, like, cause these are my friends. You are my friend now. You know what I'm saying? The things that you know, I want to hear, because when I go look at this shit, well, I ain't gonna call it no shit. When I go look at it and read it, I just be like, huh?
I get it.
Can't nobody tell me this.
It's you know, like you just said, you just had your spiritual awakening in 2020. We in 2024.
2019, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's 4 years, Banks. Sometimes it takes people 4 years. Sometimes it takes them longer. I just feel like I said earlier, when I say this, I always mean it. I truly pray that you eventually see the difference in between God, Jesus, and the Spirit, because you just said it just kind of happened. Without Jesus even coming back, that spirit release didn't even happen until he
But
came
I was
back. But that's all
trying
I'm
to
saying.
find Jesus.
All
I used to go
I'm-
to church
I
with my
get
grandma
it.
and them. I used to be trying to shout and all type of shit.
No,
I want to do.
But that's
I'm
not it. But that's
that
not
shit didn't
it.
do it, man.
It's not about shouting. It's about feeling it. Like you said, eventually one day it just happened, man. That is spirit. That is being. That is no answers to that. And who released that?
I believe you. Now, I believe that.
Now, who released that to every man on
God.
earth? Jesus released that.
Jesus or God?
He released God. Jesus.
I believe it.
Jesus and God.
No, I believe
I will
that.
not say his name. I'm going to always say Jesus now.
Yeah.
Because some people don't think Jesus in the name of God because God is Jesus. Put the equal sign there, okay? When you say God, equal, it is Jesus. You feel me? And another equal, the Spirit. They all equal.
Nah, I believe that.
It's parts of God. It's parts of God. Jesus is the part of God that you believe in that wanted to come on this earth to see why we struggle the way we struggle. To see why we tempted.
See, you helping me though.
To remove himself as power, as parent of you. To say, let me see what they are really feeling. Even though he should, because he's God, he should know. But he wanted to really feel.
No, so what you saying?
Think about it. Jesus is a branch of God that wanted to come here, bring even more stuff when he came, and release the Spirit, the Holy, not the shouting spirit, not that, the Spirit that you felt in 2020.
Do you think some of them niggas be faking shouting? No, like, cause them niggas be dancing too good. That shit fake, bro. You dancing, bro.
Some people,
that shit
like for real, a lot of people play church. You feel me?
Yeah.
People play church. People play Christian.
Yeah.
People play perfection.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm here. That's why I'm on this podcast. I have to also get out of our spaces to let people know that it ain't no plan.
Yeah.
You could still have remnants of how God has created you to be, and be, as you can see, a die-hard lover. I was about to say fan, because I ain't no fan, but a die-hard lover of him still. And still have him work on you as he go. And he still shows you that he's accepting you and still love you as you are. Today. Yesterday. Last week. 2020. 2019. You feel me? So it's a long... You ain't gonna be able to sum up everything in one interview, in one sit down, but I do appreciate the time that we do have to talk about this, because this is just one spark. And maybe they ain't gonna be me. Maybe it'll be somebody else who is very simple.
No, you the one.
Crossing.
You not going. Ain't nobody finna tell you nothing about them folk you talking about. You ain't going. You don't want to hear nothing. You ready to debate with whoever about that, right?
I don't want to debate, because we're not supposed to debate.
Not me and you. I'm telling not me and you. I'm saying you ready to go against the world about that shit you believe in, right?
Yeah. So
you supposed to.
So my goal right now is to continue to learn my word too, and not be so crazy about speaking. Like, me coming here today is another thing for me to like attack, because like I told you earlier, like me speaking was one of my little things. Like, dang, I don't speak that well. Like, I don't think I should be talking about God. I don't have to pass the talk or to be out here publicly speaking, because that it is what it is.
You gonna touch the people that understand you though.
Yeah. So my goal is how God had told Moses and all of them, like, it's for who's supposed to hear that, and I will make them hear that. God told Moses, like, who make people hear and who make people speak? In Exodus, he told him that. Who makes people hear and speak? I do. So just do what I tell you to do, and they gonna hear it. You know what I mean? So that's that. But that's why I'm here, man, and I appreciate it. Once again.
Nah, we ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. I just wanted to stop and just say,
oh yeah, I
like this back and forth, because it ain't just so polished either.
Yeah.
People gotta see. People gotta see that Christianity. We ain't no box mold.
Yeah.
Nah, and you don't have to strive like nobody else to be a box mold either.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only showing you pieces of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
what's your perspective on accountability?
My perspective on accountability, that we all need it. Accountability helps you grow and become better, get better. You can't have too much of it. Can't have too much, a little of it. But I think it's needed, at times.
Can you deal with a person who just don't take account for nothing? Like,
depending on what dealing is. Because I could be cordial with a lot of people who don't. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it
yeah.
Depends on it depends
cordial,
on the dealing.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean dealing? What's your perspective on dealing?
Yeah. You're right. Can you lock in with a person?
Like a partner, like a husband?
No, like just a friend. Like, baby girl pulled up with you, like, just a friend. Can you deal with a person like
she not accountable?
She just a lack accountability, like.
Nah, because I tell her, and she tell me, and we both have to have accountability. Like, okay, girl, whatever. You know what I mean? That's what sisters do. You feel me? Like, okay, you may be right about that. You know, it's okay to have some accountability.
Yeah,
I think we all need it. That's in any parts of life anyway. Not even with relationships, just with different things. How you moving in the world without any person around you. Food, exercise, like that type of stuff.
What about manifesting?
I'm not really a manifester.
For real?
Nah, God is. I don't believe in the whole, I can manifest. Now, I can believe in what the word has said about.
What the word say, girl?
A lot.
What the word say?
Now, we don't even have the time, so I can point out my favorite.
What the word
you
say,
feel me? You feel me? Because I pull it out. We don't have enough time. But it's a lot of things that I stand on, and I believe that God can bring me through, bring them to me. I'm in a season in my life now that I'm trying to depend more on those things too, and not just him sticking me through the storms and stuff. Because I know he could. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't turning back. That ain't gonna happen. But now I have to start believing what the word has says when it comes to providing too. You know, providing husband, providing kids, providing more purpose steps that I want to do, more purpose arenas that I want to touch and do. You know what I mean? I have to believe that. So I think my manifesting is me believing in God and what he's already has said about me, what he has designed me to do already and have and receive, believe that he can give it to me. That's my manifesting, like to believe my word and believe that he has the power to do it.
Forgiveness.
It is like air. It's hard, but you have to have forgiveness. You have to have forgiveness, and it's hard because, baby, there's a lot of people. It took me a long time to get to a forgiveness, and there's some people I still have to 100% forgive, and I may be at 70.
What's 100% forgiveness, though?
100% forgiveness is my heart is clear, and I don't feel no type of way about you. I ain't forget, but I don't feel no type of way about it. We just got to keep it moving.
But you do feel some type of way, though.
No, I don't.
Because I'm going to tell you, you just not letting, you ain't tripping. That's what y'all call forgiveness.
Okay,
I ain't tripping.
Look,
forgiveness is them people. I
always pull you in this, but I'm happy she's here because this is a certain thing. Okay, we're gonna take it real. We're gonna take it right now.
Go ahead.
Me and her, we had a situation. I had to forgive her. And I probably, of course, did something too. I don't, probably not, but Look at her. But we had a situation, and I literally did have to forgive her. I would not call her my sister if I didn't forgive her. Nah, sometimes I do bring it up. Amen.
What?
Not every night, but I may bring it up and say, "Oh, you remember when?" Da, da, da. But it be in a joking way. But I did remember. I do remember because it was a hurtful thing. But I have forgiven her. I love her. Like that's my sister. Like that's it.
Yeah, I'm talking about like somebody that.
It was hurt. Listen, it was hurtful. You know what I mean? It hurted. It hurted. I could go to my dad.
But that's just one person. Okay, go ahead.
I could keep going. You know what I mean? It's so many people. Me and my dad having a better relationship now. There's a lot of things I had to forgive him about, and he could tell you himself too. It may come up. It may come up like, oh, don't forget. You know what I mean? But it's I don't think it's a one time like.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Nah, but that's what the Christians try to act like they do.
But I do believe in the power of God, and it possibly can. It just hasn't happened for me in that way yet, right? I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
But I do believe the power of God. He can do that for somebody and have you completely just wiped, just clean. Like it ain't no sprinkle, it ain't no dust nowhere. It's just a clean Windex little thing. You feel me? But for me, it takes time for me.
So true. What is it like? Total forgiveness is what we saying, like just wipe clean.
Yeah.
I'm oblivious to what you done. I forgive you. You could do it again.
Yeah.
You ain't got there.
It all depends on what and who though. I'm not there 100. No.
Nobody can. I don't think a human can get there.
I'm not gonna sit here and say now. has my heart been open to it? I think that's a start.
Yeah.
I think God sees that. Like, okay, I know she wants to forgive this person. I know she even thinking about it. Me thinking it and considering it. God got to take it as some type of forgiveness, because before there was no thinking. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a process. It's a step. Some people are easily to forgive than others. Some of them just sting you harder than others. Some people, it's just, if it's like a, in passing partner, a person or whatever, it's like, yeah, I forget them, what I'm gonna keep it moving. They just won't be here and there with me no more. But people who really, it really hurt you, man, the start of it, I believe, for me, is the thought of it. And even God help me to forgive that person. That right there, to me, is enough.
Yeah.
Now, how that look, may not be, You
You will fuck them, like, fuck them all the way. Fuck them, mama, fuck everybody you know.
Woo, that's a lot of bleeping out, child. But, you got to do what you got to do to keep your peace. So yeah, but I think forgiveness can be an immediate, instant thing, but I think it could also be a progression thing.
How hard was it, like, just to, like, really recreate yourself to be, like...
Oh, man. Recreate in what way?
Just period. Just rebrand.
Rebrand myself from VH1 reality TV girl to now gospel artist, to being a Christian, to being in music videos, to being the Angie from Myammee, being that girl from people at Fam you knew me of too, because I had this, how would you say I was that Fam you, like, just... Yeah.
Back then, you carried into who you are now. Like, it hasn't went. I think it's cleaner.
She's saying you're just evolving.
It's cleaner. She's evolved, but
Yeah.
she's still that authentic. She
Yeah.
won't tell you what's on her mind, but how she addresses things and how she.
Oh yes, that's different. And I think that's good too, to have people who can see that.
Yeah.
Cause
She kept Myammee. She had to, because it was her origin. You know? So that didn't. I don't think that rebranding was necessary, because she had to be who she was to be who she is now.
come on, girl, you better preach that, honey.
It hasn't changed so much,
But
yeah.
I still got my fire. You know what I mean?
Supposed to.
And I'm the thing is with me, I'm cool with how God has designed me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think He made no mistake. And it took me time to get there too, to be okay with that, and also still say I'm a Christian. Because as soon as you want to see perfection, and that's not what it is. With me, it's my heart. It's how I try my best to treat people. It's how I try my best to love people too and give grace to people. I mean, try my best. Sometimes my best ain't enough. You know what I mean? That moment it probably was. But to rebrand myself, I'm still rebranding myself. Doing this is me rebranding myself. I haven't done that many interviews. You know what I mean? So to be able to come now and say, this is where I'm at. This is how far God has brought me. Mm-hmm. And He's still bringing me. And child, He's still working on me. You hear me? He's still molding me. He's still taking things off one day and keeping some still today. Rebranded is just people just, again, me keeping the name Myammee is to show you how far rebranding can go. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it just takes time. And sometimes it's just a progression. That's it.
What moment that you could think of that you want to go back to? Like,
I'm going to always say it, the hospital with my mom.
Okay.
To ask her more questions, to learn more from her. I'm going to always say that time. Always.
So let's go back to the Bible. How they say relationships supposed to go?
Jesus. Look, we're going to have our own separate Bible little talk thing.
How they say relationships supposed to go, though?
What you mean? In many ways.
Like, and do you believe, like, one man per wife, like that one wife?
There you go.
I'm asking.
I do believe a man finds favor when he gets major favor when he finds a wife. I feel like a man without a wife, he may be 80%, 75% already who God created him to be, but without us, no man is whole. Us, we're whole,
Huh?
We there. We whole.
Without a man?
No, we're whole. Not to say without a man. Like, we still need a man too. And here's another thing too. I seen my mom live without a man, right? Up until she died. I seen her, and maybe it probably was because of her HIV status. I don't know. But I never seen a man in our house. I never seen her cook for no man. But I always seen her do things. I still seen her have friends. I still seen her whatever. But I always see men always have to have somebody. You know what I mean? So that's my view on relationships. But we still need men too. I want my husband. I want my man. You feel me?
Bag that shit up. Let's bag that shit up.
You say, how do I believe? Do I believe men and women?
No.
I kind of just went left, but go ahead. Now, I went left a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot the question, but now I'm going to talk about what you said. You said women are already whole. You said that, right? And then you said, basically you were saying you seen your mom go through with just, chilling, having friends or whatever, without a man. But men have to always have somebody. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
So basically what you're saying is what?
What I said.
What? Hold up.
You said, do you think people should have one person? I said, yeah. I said, for some reason, I just feel like men have to have women. But
women don't have to have men.
From how I saw, no, but we do have to have men. Come on. It is what it is. But have to have. Come on,
but a man have to have.
What?
You
to
right though. You right.
Yes.
I can't
now
tell a lie.
Now let's talk about
you right. Hold up. I can't. I gotta 100% agree with you. A woman, it's crazy. They need a man.
Yeah, we do.
But they don't have to have one.
And we have to have one, but we
just saying. But a nigga have to have a woman. You have to. Some type of shape, form, or fashion.
Why do you think it's that? You want me to say it biblically?
Go ahead. Biblically.
Because when God created y'all, he created Adam. He was like, okay, Adam, boom. And he was like, nah. He got to have this ain't enough.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
He need to help me. He got to have this. He got to have this woman.
I'm going to help the Bible.
Adam ain't it by himself.
I'm going to help the Bible. I'm going to help the Bible out with that.
But she is. She came to help y'all.
No, what happened was,
come on,
I got to help one. She created from me, right? That's what she said, out my rib.
Mm-hmm.
So she whole, because she came out of me whole. Mm-hmm. There's something missing.
Oh, and it's us.
I need my rib.
Come on now.
It's something missing.
But look,
so that's what draw us to more than one.
But that means if
I hate that.
But look. Keep that in mind. Here we go.
I was agreeing, and then
you working. God, you working, God. Because if you believe that, oh, child, you finna believe the Bible. If you believe that, listen. No, I'm being
Go ahead.
Now you see, it was already created to be like that before time.
I agree with that.
With the very first couple.
I told you I'm gonna help the Bible. I just put something. I just stepped.
But look.
I just stepped them folks.
That's a good beginning start. And I'm gonna take that and run with it. And I'm gonna take that. That's enough for me today. For you to say, yeah, because my rib, that means you gotta believe that the rib was actually taken out to even be created as a woman.
I feel like that.
You feel me?
I feel like that though, because
so come on now.
Because when my wife is out of my presence, I feel like she's missing.
That's a good start, Banks.
You know what I'm saying? It's something missing. With my rib,
Banks.
Y'all somewhere whole like ain't stunned no nigga. Ain't nothing out of you missing. You can't. You my whole rib walk around. I'm missing.
Bang. If you could believe that, that's all. That's the first little door into the door. The rest of it, God, you handle that, because his child, he need all of you. To believe the rest, he need all of you. But if he could believe that, hey baby, that's good. Shout out to the Lord and Savior today on the pod.
All right. I wouldn't. Let me think about it.
Okay.
That's your answer. All right. Really, I'm had to just think freestyle shit, because I know you finna witness a lot of this shit I got. Would you ever consider moving back to Atlanta?
Yes, I just told her today. And what's so crazy is when I pulled up right before we put in that little library, the parking lot. Sorry to say. When I pulled up to the parking lot, right before that, I said, Jen, I wouldn't mind moving back to Atlanta, but it got to be for the right thing. Miami is my heart. Miami is me. I am Miami. And I don't have to be there to be me. So if I have to come back to Atlanta, long as it's a great opportunity for me to be here, I can see myself doing great work, great just things for the kingdom, I'm coming back easy. It's a hands down. I already done told God that too.
So you would?
I'm open.
Would you?
Come on with it, man.
I gotta think of something. This ain't you finna say fuck no to all this shit I got. You a child of.
Come on, child.
Him.
You feel me? Child of God, honey.
All right, would you do a song with Sexy Red?
Yeah.
But would she have to? Could she be Sexy Red on your song?
She can be Sexy Red, but we gotta have a message.
She got a message.
No. I mean,
babe,
like,
I love you. You my everything. That's a message.
I know that. Babe, I love you, my everything. I think I would do it in a tone where I want her to be herself, but I would want to pull out a side of her that she has not shown yet, that is probably there, and she don't have to be strictly into the word.
No, I get what you're saying. Just do it in her way.
Do it in her way.
Yeah.
And talk about her journey, her faith, just something about a story.
Some inspiration.
That
Inspire some kids.
we can inspire not just kids, adults who see
for
her.
sure.
People who can look at her and be like, give her a little bit more grace.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, like women in hip hop, she's one of them.
Yeah.
They see that.
I think
you
she
just
dope.
You destroying it, whatever. Child, we had Luke when I was little. I was dancing and getting $20 for the best contest. We been had this, and I get it. Is it right or wrong? But what I do know is God can use her as well, and I know He's using her in different ways that other people may not see. I'm not taking up for nothing. I'm not agreeing with anything. People are like, she agreeing. But what I can say, God can still use her too. And the God that I believe that you done heard me believe in, I believe His power is that powerful that in a blink of an eye, a snap of a finger, He can change her heart in whatever way He want to change her. It ain't got to be Bible thumping. It could be just inspiration. It could be anything. It could be it could be one song that's just a whole different type of song that can impact so many people. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to promote it. I always tell people, if y'all don't, people get on social media and just bash these women. They don't bash sometimes they bash the men as much, but they bash the women so hard. And I say, well, if you keep bashing these women over and over about what you don't like, how about you talk about the women who are trying to do something different? There's other messages out here, but you rather keep promoting the stuff that you don't like by talking about it all the time. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like. How about you start talking about? Hey y'all, here goes some different music. Here goes some different. It ain't gotta be me. It's many other women out here doing types of different music. You know what I mean? So that's another sidetrack. I just wanted to make sure I put that out. But yes, to answer your question, she said, "Hey Myammee, you want to do a song? I want to talk about this." And if I feel like it aligns with my spirit, yes, I will do it. And we would do it and get the message out and let it be that and whatever it was supposed to be for. And that's with any artist, you know what I mean, who's open to showing that side of themselves that is there despite what they're doing right now currently. Because what I was doing at a certain time in my life, people probably was like, oh my God. But God has taken me a long way too. He didn't give up on me. People give up on you so easy. You know what I mean? So today she's who she is today, but we don't know what God has for her. And you just never know. And because we never know, that's why I would say yes.
Say less. Do you think you could seriously date? Would you seriously date a dude that was of a different religion?
No. You see how I am? How we gonna be in the house? I want to talk about Jesus. What we gonna talk about? Who you got going on? I can't.
Who you got going on? You a retarded. Not what you got going on, but who you got going on. I don't know who you talking about, but this man here.
But can you come to our family's cookouts? Yeah. Come out, taste and see. You feel me?
Why am I coming out? You ain't my girl.
No. I'm saying I may not date that type of person, but would I
be cool? Yeah.
If you're right, but if you ain't, now you coming around being negative and you just whatever, no, it's a no.
Yeah.
But if you good, man, I'm good. Like, I don't have to believe whatever you got going on your end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're welcome to the cookout if you're part of the group or the family. But dating, no. Married, because me dating is purposeful too. I don't date just to date. I don't date just to go on a date to eat. I could eat at my house. I could go eat wherever I want to go eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I date on purpose. So me dating you and you don't believe in my God and my Jesus and my Holy Spirit, it ain't gonna happen.
But baby, you know, baby, I'm from a different country.
No.
Huh?
It's a no. Nah.
You cannot.
Nah, fam.
I'm good on that.
I'm good on that.
Would you say, for instance, like, cause you dope. I'm gonna tell you that 100% you dope.
I appreciate that, man.
You gonna put out some shit that's gonna catch. Ooh, it's gonna catch fire.
Thank you.
What if the record label don't believe in Jesus? Would you sign?
But they will
But
allow
they,
me. No,
here we go with that but they.
No, listen.
Here we go with that but they shit.
Come on now,
See,
it's
that
always
shit
a
get
perspective.
different. Go ahead. This shit
always-
get different about that money. Go ahead,
No,
man.
because I got a two-way with this one. If a record label tells me, we love you, talking about Jesus, we think you could inspire so many people about your whatever, anyway, it's not even about what they're going to do. We want to support you in that way.
Yes.
If I can have somebody who don't love Jesus, who want to support the message, and ain't finna ask me to water it down, ain't finna ask me to not say, I'm going to say Jesus up in this place.
No, we want you to do everything you're doing.
Everything. Or do I wait for somebody who do believe and say, but I don't really like how you delivering my Jesus?
Hold up. See, now you shifting it.
No.
Hold up.
I'm not trying to shift it. I'm
Let's
really
just answer. I would, and then we're gonna talk about that. Would you sign to a record label that you know was known atheist, but they won't let you push your message?
They won't or they will.
They want to. They 100% with you. Is you got 1,000,000% creativity, but we ain't fuck with that. But we fuck with you. Come on.
Yeah, and here's why. You want to hear why?
Go ahead.
So I would say yes. They let me be a Christian.
Yes,
100%. Say everything. You feel
Go
me?
crazy.
Go crazy. Ooh, go crazy for God. Here's why I say yes, because it's probably stuff already existed with some of our top gospel people. That's number one. Number two, those people still tied to the church. Those people still tied to organizations who are in need. Their money gonna be put use to good. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of view it, because if they're known, whatever, who knows? And then one day, I'm not to say I'm a save a spirit type of person. You never know how I can impact them and their family. You know what I mean? Who knows? They being moved. There's plenty of people in the Bible who was used to help the kingdom. So now, if it's one thing they tell me, hey, we signed, you got to get rid of the name Jesus and God.
No,
baby, you got to go find somebody. I'd rather just do this.
No, we're not. No, we want you to be you.
Yeah.
Like, be you.
Yeah.
We just want to back you up with what you're doing because we like you.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we don't
That ain't
believe
nothing.
that shit you talking about.
Now, you can't say it. Come on now.
I'm
man.
just saying.
They ain't gonna say it like
but
that.
You never know. But I'm fucking with you. I got the budget, whatever. Do it. Do whatever. You bring in your people. I just got the money.
And I will also say, but why you want to back it so much if you don't believe
Because I like you.
it? Okay.
Damn your belief. I like you. I just want to invest in you.
Okay.
But
then I will, you know me, I'm
in the back room, me and you, we had these same cups. We going back and forth. Like, I don't really, but you signed to me.
But then I would say, all right, I would pray. I would make sure this is something that God wants me to do, because maybe you just being used to help spread the message and you don't even know it. So I would say, yeah.
Okay, say less.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it happens every day.
She get it different when you tell somebody
I
to pay.
don't know who made this jacket. I don't know who the behind these hats that we wear.
Thank you.
Or this hair.
Thank you.
You feel me?
Yeah, anybody could be making it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And I'm wearing it.
yeah.
Forget support me, like I'm wearing it. It's
That's
on my
real.
body. It's on my, so it just all depends. But yeah.
So would you
Oh, come on.
would you get the church people to be in your video like a pool party video? Like,
Yeah, Erica Campbell just did. She did one.
She did?
It was actually dope. Yeah, at her house, I believe, too.
they had a pool party?
Yeah, had a pool party. dope.
They busting over
No.
for Jesus?
They weren't buzzing over for Jesus. They were having a good time by Jesus. You hear me? They were praising God in that pool. You feel me? But yeah.
But do you think it's necessary for you to have fun to bring in the people?
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's certain
all
people.
I do this for.
Certain people just feel like Christians are stuck up.
Yeah.
Like they want you to be this
They
way.
ain't got no joy. They angry all the time.
Yeah, that's what like a lot of people feel like they just so judgmental.
I think sometimes we do take life a lot serious. Sometimes I can honestly say sometimes I could be very like life is serious. Like you got to live this. Do what you can, you know, and you can get caught up in that. But at the same time, you got to show that this thing is joyful. I do my best on my social media in front of my friends, in front of my family to be me everywhere I show up. The same person. Because I saw my mom do the same. I saw her be at church. I saw her in church rolling her eyes about the lady. I saw her leaving on the church grounds talking about the lady. You know what I mean? Go home in front of her brothers. It's still the same lady. I never seen the lady change, ever. Never seen my mama change, no matter what setting she was in. And I believe there was a reason why she was my mom. So I could see that now, to be the same person in front of everybody at all times, whether I'm on a boat in the middle of the ocean in Miami, because we have boat days. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I'm on a beach in a bathing suit, I wear a bathing suit to the beach. I'm not wearing jeans. I don't even wear jeans to go out there. I wear a dress to go out there, a sundress. You feel me? Like, yeah. I'm here to show that there's other type of Christians and gospel artists. It's different types. You know what I mean? And it should be the same, but we ain't there yet collectively.
You gonna twerk for God?
I do a little shoulder for God. I don't know about twerk. I mean,
you do a shoulder.
You feel me? Do a little.
Hey, let me ask you something.
I vibe for God.
You vibe? Yeah, me too.
My music, you vibe for God. That's what my music is all about.
So would you knowingly commit a sin for $1 million and ask for forgiveness tomorrow?
Nah. Knowingly?
It depends on the sin.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Huh?
Knowingly committed?
But most sins we commit, we know we commit them.
I mean, yeah, in the thing, but knowingly, like, I gotta do this for $1 million, be like, God, whatever. Nah. Huh? No.
So, but do we normally commit sins every day?
I thought about something yesterday I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, so what's the difference?
But I ain't doing nothing. Money don't run me. Myammee don't run me. Myammee don't run me. So I may have done it yesterday, just sitting there. Sometimes we have, I forgot, they say 70, 100-some thousand thoughts a day. One of them thoughts shouldn't have came in my mind yesterday.
So you saying you did that unconsciously? You saying you can't?
Not even unconsciously. It just kind of it just happened, right? Even somebody could cut me off in the traffic, and I'd be like, lady, like, calm down. That's a mommy. That's an old. She don't know what she doing. But it already, half of it already done came out already.
Would you get on the stand and lie for your best friend right now?
On a public stand?
Yeah, like.
Nah, man, they got to know I ain't. Nah.
Huh? Ain't got nothing to do with that. Call somebody else.
And I wouldn't tell either fuck, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Either way.
I ain't in it.
They should know I'm been in it and I ain't in it.
Yeah. Man, that's cold.
I mean, that's just me, though.
Yeah, nah.
That's my perspective, and I just normally just couldn't do it. And I don't know nobody who do. That's on them. They have to live with that decision because the things that we do sometimes do have consequences, right? Yeah. So some things honestly come with consequences. You jump off the top of the bridge, or top of the building, your leg may be broken. You may not survive at all. It's a consequence, right? So some things have real earth consequences that some things it just ain't worth to live with for me. So if I do something unknowingly, and I probably will, and I will do something unknowingly tomorrow in my future living on this earth, I won't do it just because for the money of it. It just probably just happened. And yeah, I immediately say, hey, God, my bad. But for the money, no. Myammee don't run me like that.
Do you think before you actually locked in, you was questioning God a lot? Like, man, like she was saying earlier, like, why things keep happening to you? Do you think when you was going through your mom, your brothers, and, just different things in life, you questioned?
I never questioned, like, God in a I'm not gonna say never either, because I don't know every part of every day of my life either, or every moment or every thought. But the thoughts that I can remember is me never questioning that He is God, He is real, He is here. I may have said, Lord, like, why this hasn't happened yet, right? Why? 'Cause I just had surgery last year for fibroids. And a lot of women, we get that. They grow in our bodies just unknowingly. Like, they just start growing at a rapid speed. And they got to the point where I had to get to the point where I had to have surgery. It was emergency surgery, too. I didn't even plan for it. It just happened. Went to the hospital. Someone, right, they were like, you severely anemic. You supposed to be in ICU right now. How you even walked up in here? They said, well, we can't let you go home. You got to stay right now in the house. We can't let you go home. I'm like, let me go home. They were like, no. By law, we can't. I had to get blood transfusions just to have the surgery. Damn. I didn't have that much blood in my body for my heart, my brain. Like, a lot of stuff just wasn't being replenished with blood, and I didn't realize it. I had a total of 6 bags by the end of my surgery. But anyway, during that time was one of the darkest times I had recently felt in a long time about, like, God, like, why is it taking me so long to heal? Doctor said it's supposed to take 4 to 6 weeks, max 8. It took me almost 16, 17 weeks, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was like, why me? Like, why? And I get it. Scientifically, you're anemic. Your immune system ain't fighting the way it's supposed to. You can't even heal correctly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So even after the blood, my blood cells were tiny. They wasn't still mature yet from having the blood. I'm still in the state of not even having blood in my body, even though I had blood in my body. It was crazy. So yeah, I said, God, like, 16 weeks? This double the time, almost triple the time, honestly. And still to this day, I still have little issues. You know what I mean? But yeah, I talked to Him about that, but then I had to pull back. I can't question why. I just got to take it on. At this point, me questioning gonna do what? What is it gonna do? Because I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. You done did too much for me already. Mm-hmm. You have shown me too much already to question this moment right now. And if you want to be out here under a bridge, can't pay my bills because I can't work, because I can't move around like I'm supposed to due to all these holes I got in my stomach now. It is, hey, that's your story. I'm your daughter, so this is how you want me to be. Let's go. Let's rock with it, because you know I'm a soldier for you. Let's go. But it took me time to that. But did I question? Yes. To answer your question, yeah. And there's probably some other times too. I don't want to sit here and make up stuff, but I probably have. Mm-hmm. But not a lot though.
What type of guy you go after that you deal with?
You see her laughing.
Yeah.
I don't date. I haven't dated in a very long time. I'm just focused on what I'm doing now, and I want to be. I'm open to dating. I'm open to finding my husband. I want to find my husband. I want that partner.
What he look like though? I'm saying, what is he? Who
I
is
already
he?
Told God who he
Jehovah
is.
Witness. Nigga got to be Jehovah Witness.
Can you believe you're talking with me? You just sat here with me over an hour.
Oh, that ain't the same stuff.
What you mean? No, Jehovah Witnesses is different. They don't even believe in the blood transfusions.
What's the blood transfusion?
They don't believe that you should get that.
What's that?
Blood transfusion.
Oh, just like you talking about to help you.
Like if you
live?
give blood, so whoever out there who's able to
Jehovah
give blood.
Witness don't. So what's Jehovah? What is it?
I don't know too much about their religion, honestly. I ain't diving in nobody else's.
It's a different religion?
No, it's kind of the same. They just believe in certain things.
Okay.
And they don't believe in others.
All right, what buddy got to do? Who is he?
Well, I told God exactly who he is, so I ain't gonna say the whole thing, because people be putting on.
No, say the whole thing.
People be putting on for the city, nah. So I done told God exactly who I want him to be, but of course he has to believe in Jesus. He has to believe in God. He has to believe that it's a Trinity. You know what I mean? He has to be a Bible reader, a prayer person, and the rest of it, I already told God about it. I want him to be him. I don't want to say a list in front of.
Why not?
Nah, because I want him to show up as he is.
Instead of already made up. Thinking,
I don't want him saying, "Oh, what's the little?"
I know what she want. Yeah.
Okay, let me. Yeah. And then 90 days later, I gotta figure out that was your little representative. Yeah,
your representative. Nah, that's real.
Pull up. Let me see if you who I thought, and vice versa. Yeah. It's vice versa. It ain't just my way. It's his way too. Mm-hmm. So I want to pull up. I want him to pull up and let's just see who you are without me telling you to do something.
That's real.
So if I can see who you are, and I know you got everything, I'm experiencing who you are. I get to see how you move. I get to see your character, your morals, without me even telling you or asking you about them. I just get to see it.
What you think the biggest disconnect between men and women is in dating?
In dating?
Yeah.
It's cliche, but communication in all type of areas about what you want, what you desire, how you want things to be, and not being afraid of the result of it.
So just let me ask you this. So if I met you today, if I was single and I met you today and you single, but you're a Christian and you come off as a Christian, but I really like you, so I play like I'm a Christian. Am I wrong?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
That's the question. Am I wrong?
It's some Christians who play like they whatever, and baby, it don't work either. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I'm asking the question. I'm saying
because listen, let me tell the lady something. Just because he a man of God, because he a Christian,
what that mean?
Just because he a Christian, that don't mean it's a A-okay. You gotta let him show you what type of Christian I just showed you what type of Christian I am today, right?
What they be doing?
I don't know what they do, but
you know.
I don't know what they do.
What do they be doing?
But you gotta line up with what I believe in too. You know what I mean? That's really it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think all men are men, no matter what religion, what profession? Do you think all men are men?
I don't know.
That's
what that
men.
mean.
Like all men are the same. That's men.
No, all men are not the same. You know why? Because all women ain't the same. All women are not the same. Now, we may have some of the same little things about us, but 100% totality of it all, we are all not the same. And I don't believe all men are not the same.
I agree with that, though.
Because I don't believe I'm the same as every woman either.
Yeah. Do you think all men have more similar traits than women?
They have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
They have some similarities. I mean, we do too. We do too. That's a dope cover. Whoever drew that.
You say you think all men are the same. So you say this guy got to just be a man of God and we'll figure the rest out.
Nah. I done been there and done that. You can't just be a man of God.
I thought Jesus said you love people as they come.
Yeah. I can love
so now you putting standards on the dude. That ain't the Christian way.
Oh, it ain't.
See, no.
Oh,
you supposed to love this man.
I just supposed to just go through the ringer. Just.
That's a Christian.
Nah, are you?
Bruh, you ain't read the Bible.
Christians are not doormats.
Hey, talk about doormat.
No, Christians. Let me tell you right now. We have love.
Help thy neighbor.
We can help thy neighbor as a neighbor. Not in my house. I can help you, thy neighbor. Yeah. So, but no, to be serious, just because a man knows about God, knows Jesus, he still got to really know God for himself. And just because he do that, it does not qualify him just to be your husband immediately as your partner. You got to still see that person with the characteristics that they have.
What makes a husband?
Oh, what makes him? Child, what makes a husband? You married.
Shit,
what makes a
I
husband?
just be me. I don't know I can't explain it.
What are some of the characteristics that you have that carries your family and your family are blessed because of it?
I'm gonna go out bad about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like
sacrifice.
however it come, whatever come with this, that came with it. Let's
sacrifice,
get it.
Even if it's sacrificing some parts of yourself.
Everything. And whatever come with this, that's what this is. I'm all in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't know how else to explain it.
No,
like.
it's no right or wrong answer. That's your
But
answer.
what makes a husband though?
That's my thing. Sacrifice, loving.
Keep going. You know, y'all be having this list long here.
That's the thing.
Go ahead.
I'm not finna say no long list. It is because I like I said, I already done told God my list of what I want my man to have.
But
and it's a list.
But let me ask you something. You know, God is a tricky God too, right?
I don't know about that, but go.
Let me say what I'm saying. He will send some things to see if your spirit aligned with it in a form that you don't even know it's gonna come in, and then you overlook it, but it could have came from God, right? You don't think so? Hold up, huh?
I don't.
Have you ever got a
depends.
blessing in disguise?
Of course.
That's
the
what I'm
time.
saying. So you could be looking at this dude because you thought he was gonna be 6 feet, but the nigga
Now that's different.
Mexican height, huh?
That's different.
What?
That's different now.
What you mean?
That's
I'm
different.
saying-
You can have blessings come in disguise in many different ways. We talking about your partner. Some things can't be no. You gotta know. It can't be no disguise.
All right, man, you can't tell God how the hell you. Who are you? You're a servant of God.
I'm his daughter. You right.
So why would you try to tell him how to bring you your blessing?
No, I won't tell him that.
You are. You said, okay, now God, this shit gotta look like.
Nah, I ain't say
That's what you just said.
No, I did.
Kinda. You
no,
kinda just said.
I mean.
Go ahead.
Now you done got me messed up. What you done said?
No, what
was the question originally?
The original
You know,
question
we
was.
both
I
go
forgot.
left
We
and
just
right
talking shit.
when we trying to stay.
What the question was, Court?
You basically said, "What if God bring you your man?"
Oh yeah, in a different.
And
Yeah,
he could.
I said, and you want him to be 6 feet and a man of God and the statue of liberty
No,
and
I didn't
just
say he had to be 6 feet.
whatever it is that women want.
Yeah.
And God sent you the total opposite, but this is the man here to love you. I sent you. You are his rib. But you just can't see it because of the physical.
No, I never even said nothing on this pod about physical.
I'm saying just because.
I just said everything for me has been character, right?
You did.
I ain't said nothing about I never said nothing about height, size, nothing. I just said that, one, let me go back. Let me just backtrack.
Go ahead.
God has also given us a spirit of discernment as well.
Facts.
So you could come dressed as you think you a Christian, want to be a Christian, or whatever the kind, whatever. I'm gonna still eventually discern that. Women, we get that. We born with that.
But is your hold up? I like when women say that. They say that's what is discernment and what's the other word? Intuition.
Yeah.
Your intuition and your discernment is shaped from your past and things that you've seen.
Somewhat.
Most what?
Somewhat.
Because most women can be dead ass wrong, but I could have been right. What they said on the 50 Cent movie, I could have been right, so I'm right. Women gonna make themselves right regardless. Well, not all women. I don't like to just put them all in one. I'm gonna say the women that I've encountered, my friends, my wife, my sisters, they damn near the same type of people.
Okay.
Some type of way, even though I was wrong, I was right.
Even though you was wrong, you was right. That's how I be feeling.
That's fucked up.
Even though I'm wrong,
That's
I be
fucked up.
right.
Even though I'm wrong, but you get what I'm saying. That's how y'all feel like a nigga should look at it. Like, I'm dead ass wrong, but you get what I'm saying and how I'm going through something. Okay, baby.
Because without us, y'all can't live. But no, honestly.
Damn.
No, I was just trying. I was being funny.
But that's the truth. That's how it, because a nigga missing a reel and you hold over here with my shit.
Bang.
That's the truth, though. Now, that's one thing I got from this conversation. I appreciate that.
That's so dope.
Because that's the truth. Men can be, and we about to get out of here. I ain't gonna hold you all night. Men can be.
We vibe so hard that it's good. But we've been in here for a long time.
A woman can be kind of whole, handling her business, being whole, being a strong woman. A nigga gotta have him something to. They gotta have something to put his arms around.
Just gotta be cuddled up.
He got to.
But that's how God designed it. So
Damn, that's
y'all gotta
fucked
flow
up.
with it. Get your one, stick with the one, love on her, so that she could give it all back to you 50,000 times back. You feel me? So,
For real. So what books you be fucking with?
like I said, it's the Bible. You feel me?
Oh yeah, we're gonna make that the book of the week.
And I'm a make it a book of the week, and then also add devotional. Devotionals are good too for people who need to just not really read the whole Bible or get bored by reading it. Devotionals may put out a scripture and have like a paragraph of a summary of it, so you can kind of understand what you just read. And then some devotionals are great, some of them not. But take your time to try to find your own. They're not that expensive. So a good devotional is good. You don't have to have one. You can have many of them. I have many devotionals. You know what I mean? and it's just a way of life. So I don't mind having a few of them. You feel me? So I love that. I love like faith-based books. I mean, it is what it is.
Give us one so we can get if you
Sarah Jakes just dropped a book not too long ago. I haven't read it fully.
What's the name? You remember the name of it?
Oh no, I know it's a yellow cover. I know it's beautiful.
Sarah Jakes.
Yeah, she just dropped a new book.
Okay.
Something about power, the power of God, something like that. It's centered around that. Power moves.
Power moves. Okay,
and
by Sarah Jakes.
Everybody thought it was gonna be like power moving, like power moves, like boss moves, like power moves, like chess moves. But it's about God's power moving.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even stuff like Tabitha Brown. Yeah, she just dropped another book. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Devon Franklin, Pastor Daniels. I mean, the books go on.
Man, make sure y'all check out one of those books.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can follow you at and what you got going on and coming
Myammee. So right now I have a new song out right now. Oh yeah, so follow me everywhere. Myammee. It's MYAMME. Social media, IG Myammee, TikTok Myammee, Facebook, even Facebook, child Myammee, Twitter, everywhere. YouTube Myammee TV. You can see all my music videos there. I got a new song out right now. It is called Pretty Girls Love God, Pretty Girls Praise God. And it's about not just pretty girls praise God and love God. It's about the Spirit of God that is within us, that makes us shine bright, that people feel and sense Him, and we praise Him for it. My EP, my first EP I put out was Saved mixed with a little hood. You could get that out everywhere too. I'm saved, but as you can see, I got a little mix in there too.
No, I think you dope, Queen.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much for having
on everything you got going.
Thank you for having me. And my music is everywhere. Apple, Spotify. Just search Myammee, you can find me.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment to the Big Fat Network. Shouts out to my girl Myammee. We lit. Perspective with Bank.